It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. Jason talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Well, good morning and welcome to the KVJ Show. Lovely little Thursday. What's going on, y'all?
What's going on?
Not too much.
Oof, I'm here.
Yeah, it's good.
Your hair?
Oh, I slept terrible.
Oh,
Did
no.
you?
What happened?
I don't know. I think I threw my body all out of whack because I had to eat the last of the leftover crawfish.
Okay.
Because crawfish has an expiration date. When you go to a crawfish boil on Saturday, you must finish that crawfish by Wednesday. You can't, it doesn't live past then. Unless you pick the tails and freeze the meat. You can do that. But I still had a bunch of crawfish still in the shells. So I just got down last night and I
Girl went for it.
overconsumed.
Oh, yeah.
And then I felt so salty and bloated.
Yeah.
I was so thirsty.
Right.
I was
You're
chugging water. And then I couldn't sleep. I was sweating. It was terrible.
Yeah.
That does not sound fun.
What did you do? You overdid it on crustaceans.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah, go figure, huh? If you're going to go big on something, it makes the most sense for you to go big on that.
I'm so puffy today.
Yeah.
So puffy.
So no breakfast?
No, I should not eat for the rest of the day because I'm good. I need to balance back out.
Yeah. How's your son Rocco doing today? I'm sure he's jacked, right? Today's the last day of school.
Last day of school in Martin County. He's so excited. His dad even gave him the option. He was like, hey, if you don't want to go, you don't have to. You already did your commencement ceremony, so you got your certificate. They're not going to take it back.
Right.
And I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, but don't you want to go? And Rocco's like, no, I do want to go. I want to be able to say goodbye to everyone
wow.
and, close this chapter properly.
Well, it's the last day. I mean, there's no homework. It's fun. It's cozy.
Yeah, it's going to be a good, fun day at school.
When it comes to high school, and you would know because Mags was just in high school not that long ago, I remember, we're talking graduation and walking. My senior year was 2 days away, maybe 3, and I had to pass this math test.
Oh, my gosh.
But it was really a legit buzzer beater. Do they wait that long still, or do they? Most of the kids kind of know a week or two before, or their kids like right now get ready to take a test saying, I have to pass this. If not, I'm going to summer school.
I don't know. I bet you there are. Think about it. If it happened to us, it probably happened to other kids.
I don't know. They were a lot meaner to us when we were younger, so I think they make it easier for the kids today.
I think a lot of the testing they do today is newer than when we were in school. Isn't that right? That
Well,
they
there's a
have
lot of
different
state-
things that you
Yeah.
have to do. And
There's state requirements. There's just different kind of testing than when we were in school.
Well, mine was one of those things where I had to get a certain percentage on a test. I remember I worked out the number and everything. I had to get, I think, a 71 on this math test. If
to get
not,
a D.
just to be able, just to be able to walk across the stage.
That's a lot of pressure.
It went so much pressure, and I got a 73.
Okay.
it's like the movie Tommy Boy right there.
Oh, I remember my friends were like jumping me. They were hugging. We were celebrating.
I passed.
But it was so super close to graduation, and I'm going. Do they do that to kids still now?
Well, I know Magnolia in college is kind of like the same thing. She's been on the cusp. 1/2 a point, it means the difference between like an A and a B. So I'm sure it's that way with a C and a D and a D and an F. Like, you got to get that number.
Well, it wasn't even a subject I knew. It was math. And it was one of those maths where they have to make a buffet of math. Like a little bit of algebra, a little bit of geometry, because you can't do all of algebra and you can't do all of geometry. So they kind of give you a buffet of math.
I would rather you kick me in the teeth than do a buffet of math.
The whole time I had the shakes taking the test.
That's not good for Scantron.
That ain't good.
Trying to color in bubbles, shaking.
Yeah, I think it's different stuff today, and I don't know, and it may depend, school to school on how it is on when they decide to pass kids on and when they decide to hold them back. So I don't know if anybody has any insight to that. And it may vary wildly from school to school and situation to situation.
I think most seniors have already graduated, though.
Yeah, and
right. That's they know.
That's what I was a senior and I didn't know, and I'm like, graduation's in 2 days. What?
Yeah, I think it's a different little thing. Well, if you got any insight, you can always get a hold of us, 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. Somebody said in my school we have 5 seniors that are doing that. Now, I assume that might be with the testing.
5. Yeah. 5 that are on the cusp.
They are waking up today. Just don't get the shakes, kids. Trust me.
Please,
stay focused.
Go with God. We are praying for you 5.
And if it's math, I know this may not be the best advice.
Don't do it then.
Well,
you know what? Edit thyself.
It works though. It actually kind of saved me. When I got to a question I didn't know, because not all of it was Scantron. You had to work out your math. I just recopy the actual equation, throw like a remainder in there, throw like a percentage, and maybe they would give me partial credit.
He's adding decimals, fractions.
And every now and then a teacher would be cool and go, the kid tried.
He's trying, but good Lord, he's dumb.
One text that we just got says they practically pass everyone these days. I work in a school, and we had even received an email talking about their daughter that was in a charter school, and they said before first grade we moved her to a private charter school. We enrolled her in kindergarten after she tested at a typical incoming kindergarten level. Days later, the principal said her age requirements placed her in the first grade. Despite our objections, teacher documentation, and access to her records, she barely passed first grade and later told us students we were being given answers during the test.
Oh.
The teacher was eventually fired.
Oh.
That was the one thing I learned, because I went to public school and I went to private school for about 11 minutes because we couldn't afford it. It is just different rules for public versus private. They govern their own rules with the private.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. So I think it really kind of depends on what is going on. There might be some politics about it as well as pushing kids up, holding them back. All that stuff does happen. I think it probably varies wildly from teacher to teacher and school to school.
Whenever you have humans involved in something, just bet someone's going to have some shady manipulation going on for whatever their agenda may be. That's how humans roll.
I knew a teacher. She was hooking up with the student's father, and you don't think that kid got a couple extra points in his test? Of course he did.
Yeah. That dad was doing the work.
He was doing the work. The kid was not a good student.
That dad was just doing the work.
Yeah, he was.
That's it. There are these kids that said maybe the most insulting thing that you could possibly say to one Jason J. Bird. I love the 80s Pennington.
Oh, no. Who are these kids?
They said his favorite decade sucks.
They're a bunch of kids, some of them live in my neighborhood, and some of them are friends with, my friends, or they're the sons of my friends, and they were talking about how, why does everyone love the 1980s so much? Because and they all agreed. They were all going in hard on the 80s. They're saying the music was corny, the movies sucked. They thought the fashion was terrible. He goes, the one kid goes, I don't get why everyone is obsessed with the 1980s. Then one kid goes, most overrated decade ever.
So I saw a TikTok that made me laugh, and it was a dad sitting in the front seat rocking out to like his 80s jams, and the kid was in the back seat, and he was loving it. It was like some 80s or 90s rap, but it's like, what does the kid hear? Doo-wop.
Yeah.
Because that's like our version of what sucked. Because when we were growing up in the 80s, if our parents listened to doo-wop, we were like, ugh, this blows.
That's so funny you said that, because I said the exact same thing to Jay Bird. In fact, I came up with a hypothesis on this that I looked at. I was a kid of the 80s. That's when I grew up. And I could not stand the pop culture of 3 decades prior. I was okay with the 60s and 70s, but the 50s, I
50s.
couldn't stand. And so, I mean,
Come on, baby, let's do the twist.
that's my own personal, but I'm wondering because, you're looking at 90s, thousands, and the tens, and then here we are. We got kids today are looking 30 years back at the pop culture, and they're like, it just doesn't connect.
The other thing they went out hard, too, they go, y'all's video games sucked. I was like, dang.
Well, they were just invented.
Exactly.
You can tell that kid to slow their roll.
I mean,
because it's the beginning of video games. We started video games. They're not going to be technologically advanced at the beginning.
I tried to calmly defend the 1980s, but it was a fight that I was not going to win.
Look, I never would recommend hit a kid, but you should have tripped one of those kids at least.
I just can't. There's the law, for one. Two, I can't move well right this second. Couple
They
reasons.
could have ganged
Right.
up.
Oh, dude, I'm scared.
They take them out.
Those kids could have taken me out so quick.
Yeah. I can understand under fresh eyes that they would look at the 1980s and the fashions were way out there. The music, a lot of it was corny. The attitude was a lot of happiness and just joy, and it was party, and it was a lot of fun.
They think it's overhyped. They just think there's such a reverence for the 1980s that it does not deserve.
So where do they think this hype comes from? Because I don't, I hear a lot of people praise the 90s, maybe even more so than the 80s, because the millennials are really feeling their nostalgia right now.
I do feel like the 90s are getting their shine now, but dude, when people talk about the 1980s and they grew up in the 1980s, they do have this magical sense of talking about that decade, and I agree with them. I thought it was a magical time. In fact, it was a very weird time and kind of the last moment where humans were kind of humans and not this weird /tech/human world we're living in.
You're right. No cell phones.
It was different.
No weird internet. No social media. We were very pure.
It was just on the cusp of all of that to explode, and then the 2000 happened.
It arguably was the best decade for movies. There was a lot of really huge blockbuster movies that came out. The music itself, if you listen to it, a lot of sound was created that you still hear today. In fact, I love today's alternative music because it sounds a lot like 80s music. Or you look at bands like The Killers, even early 2000 was doing that 1980s type of synthesizer sound. That developed in the 80s. Hip-hop started in the 1980s. So anybody who would hate on the contribution to the 1980s to pop culture, they don't fully get it, and it's not fair.
You go tell those kids that Kevin said, you guys don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you can. I'll take these kids on. I'm not scared.
Maybe a bad person that there was a part I did want to start yelling at them.
I think every generation, though, is going to romanticize the music and the culture from when they grew up. The stuff that you were listening to in middle school and high school, it just hits you different in your heart.
Yeah.
You romanticize it.
Me and Sweet Denny's, we cross over on a lot of stuff, but there is a disconnect on certain things where, because I'm older than Denny's, where I'll go, man, I loved the Thundercats. And you go, well, I was more of a whatever he was into at the time. We cross over, but there is that 7 to 8 year gap. And that 7 to 8 year gap is becoming extremely popular. I mean, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, you see them everywhere still.
Came out in the 80s, right?
It did come out in the 80s, but it really did explode hard in the 90s.
But I'll tell you, when was it launched? And that's why, to me, I would defend the 80s as being the most, influential decade for pop culture.
Creation of it.
Yeah, you're right.
Somebody had said, well, the 90s blows 80s music away. But the one thing I tell you, your genre that came out in the 90s, grunge, pretty much dead. It was short-lived. A lot of the stuff, the rock, the sound of the rock, the synthesizer stuff, that kind of music, that is carried on for 40 years now.
That's a good point about the Turtles. You're right. They were in the 80s.
And hip-hop, yeah. I mean, everything that you have, if you broke it all down, said, just let's walk through it. And if you want to go on the video games, be like, it's when it was created, though. Video games started then, so you got to tip your cap to it.
Call a neighborhood meeting, get these kids back around, and
they're just
tell them what's up.
I'm becoming slowly the mayor of my block.
I want you to video you schooling these kids on everything Kevin just said.
Bring them to me.
I will.
I got you. You better pack your lunch and bring your argument.
Next time I'll tell them to get off my lawn.
Debate class is in session, and Kevin's here.
Well, the one thing I would argue And tell me if I'm wrong on this. As much as I defend the 80s, the 2000s and the 2010s, to me, feel light on massive contributions to pop culture.
I would agree with you. And then again, would it be because that's where I was in my place mentally? When you're a little kid and you're a teenager, I almost feel like you look at pop culture with such a different excitement than you do when you're 45.
And you have more time for that music. You have more time to spend with it and love it and cherish it. As soon as you get a little bit older and you start getting in the workforce, and I know I was at Chuck E. Cheese in the grind.
Well, keep in mind, too, we did not have as many options as people, just humans today in general, not just kids, but everybody.
Yeah.
You had four channels to watch.
Yeah. Now, some people are arguing with the 90s, and to me it is an 80s, 90s debate, and maybe that's just because of the era, but the R&B in the 1990s was amazing. The grunge in the 90s was amazing. The hip-hop was pretty solid in the 90s.
It was awesome in the 90s.
Yeah. So you may have said it began in the 80s, but it may have been better in the 90s. But I hold the 80s is very important just because a lot of it began and then it started to get better in the 90s. So my question is, what generation had the best contributions to pop culture? And if you got an argument for the 2000s or 2010s, let me know. What is that? I feel like we almost went into an oasis. Yeah, things were made. We had movies, and there were some things that were done.
The only thing I would say that they'll get you on is tech. Tech got a lot quicker, better, faster, stronger.
And where has that gotten us now?
Well,
But to me, there's no art in that. I'm arguing about the art, whether it be the TV shows, the movies, the music. And the tech, that's not the art. That's the delivery system. So argue with me about the look. I'll even give you fashion, too. And I get it. Maybe the 80s fashion was terrible. I might concede, if anything, on that.
I don't know.
It was a little wild.
It was fun.
It was
fun, though. And that's what was great about it.
It was whimsy.
It just looked like everybody was on goofballs.
It was a fun decade. Well, checking right now, it is neck and neck between the 80s and 90s. Probably a lot of that is because of our audience, but it is tied at 44% each. So it is a head-to-head battle. Not one person has said the 2010s had the best contribution to pop culture, and only 11% for the 2000s.
Okay.
How's our doo-wop doing?
I mean, is doo-wop around today?
No, I knew you didn't put that up.
Doo-wop had a decade, and that was it. Somebody else said 90s country. Okay.
90s country slaps fight me.
You'll see me in Virginia turn into best friends when 90s country comes on.
I wanted to do, if we bring back cocktails and karaoke, one whole night just 90s country.
So now this is where the part you go too far. Because I would love it, you would love it. I think so. Like 5 other people would love it.
Dude, sometimes you got to create a party for yourself.
Well, last night you had Machine Gun Kelly was playing at the, I think, Financial Amphitheater. Tonight, it's going to be Jelly Roll out there in the skies. And then you got the Dave Matthews Band Friday and Saturday out there at the amphitheater. So not the best forecast with a lot of rain chances going on, but it seemed like it held off. I wasn't up last night when the show was going on. Did anybody notice that it was pouring down rain? I hope it wasn't.
It wasn't by me, but
Okay. One text says the weather was amazing. Didn't sweat and a beautiful breeze the whole time. MGK and Wiz, awesome show.
Wow.
Okay, so the twin flame was able to just pluck his guitar.
Flame's gonna flame.
The flame's gonna flame.
Yeah. Okay.
You can't rain this thing out.
No, you cannot. Yeah, my wife is already asking us. She's like, so what are we doing this weekend? And I was like, well, I thought maybe doing a little brewery tour kind of thing would be kind of fun, something different. I'm not sure she was feeling it, so I'm going to have to go back to the chalkboard and kind of dial up different plans.
What made you think that?
It was just like, nah, it's stupid.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Pretty blunt.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It could have had a dual meaning. I don't know. You guys might be better at language than I am.
That's just
that
one
feel pretty
meaning.
cut and dry?
Yeah.
Okay.
More cut than dry, but yeah.
Okay, yeah.
She's got to stop mixing up her words so much.
I know. She's always just a mystery. I'm like, I just don't know. How do you really feel? So what do you really think?
I mean, it's kind of awesome. At least you know where she stands.
We don't beat around the bush. We don't beat around the bush. Like, hey, well, that's a stupid idea. Okay, all right, we'll move on.
Next move.
We'll try to find something else. Yeah, I mean, look, the one thing that's kind of interesting about this is a lot of people I know, if you're up north, they go to the mall and the movies a lot. And there's two things we've been tearing down like crazy in South Florida, malls and movies.
You're right.
And you're like, all right, so, we do have great weather 7 months out of the year. And arguably even in those 5 of the rainy time, you can find some pockets of good stuff to do like last night. But what are you going to do if you've just got a monsoon all day? What are your options? A lot of our shopping is outdoor walking areas. And I see everything that they've got planned coming up, whether it be in Wellington they're going to be doing or whether it be somewhere else. Everything is the outdoor shopping. That's what they love. Nobody wants that enclosed mall shopping. And, it's kind of challenging if you're going store to store and it's pouring down rain.
You're not going to be able to do that.
It's not fun, believe me. I have gone shopping when it's raining with people. They get mad when their hair gets wet. They get real mad.
Yeah, no, they absolutely do. So
game night, I would suggest for any kind of like poker. We've done that before when it's thunderstormed out. Super cozy, man.
Yeah, I think that really is the things that South Floridians do. I know when we had COVID, we played cards every weekend, and that was inside. It was great, and it was fun.
Rocco's always pulling up these games that are like interactive, and you put it on your TV, and you all sit around the living room with your phone, and you play, and it's like challenges. You got to do different stuff.
It is so much fun. There's so many games. That was going to be my next suggestion.
So many.
It's fun when you play with people because some of the games require where there's like creative writing or a clever joke you want to write. And me and Denny's one time played with a group we did not know well. Our first 2 answers crushed. They were like, oh my gosh, these guys are amazing. Our second answers fell real flat and it was uncomfortable.
You can get too spicy.
And they knew and we wrote it. It was just, I was like, I gotta get out of here, man.
Me and Rocco, we always try to compete and see who is going to have the more spicy comments.
That's what we have.
Because you never know who's going to be more off the wall, me or Rocco.
Well, that's what happened. Me and Denny's got confidence, and then our next answer was just so out in left field. People are going, "Who are you guys? What?"
We do have a few bowling alleys. Some of them are kind of tricked out. That is one of the indoor activities you can do.
You're right.
Do you like bowling?
I like it for about 15 minutes.
Yeah, bowling has got I got 2 games in me, and then I
got 1 game.
Okay.
I got 1 full game, and I wish it ended after about 6 frames. After about my 6th or 7th roll, I'm like, all right, it's kind of lost me.
I have noticed that second round of bowling does not have the same
hit as hard.
It doesn't.
It does not hit as hard. Yeah, you're right.
The big arcade places, there's like the Dave & Buster's and the Extreme Action Adventure Park down in Fort Lauderdale. That thing is unbelievably large.
And if you're on a budget like we were in Lake Park, we used to take trash bags and make our own slip and slide, and it worked, man. Yeah, you got some cuts. Yeah, there was some chafing.
You do that outside in the rain?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Okay.
You need a big hill. I saw a girl who had put trash bags all over her own body. So she made herself the slip and slide.
Yeah.
And then she just slicked herself down with soap and she went barreling down this hill.
It's a better plan.
The hill
It looks so fun.
The hill is great. We were lucky because we had kind of like a little slope in our yards. And so it did work. And you put the soap down, it's next level.
The soap will propel you.
But I do want to remind everybody there will be blood.
Okay. Where's your excitement level on roller or ice skating? They do have a couple places in South Florida. Check out for that.
Love it. Love it. Especially the ice skating because it's going to cool you down.
Okay.
I love all that stuff. But the problem is I'd put it on and I would still think I could do it regularly. And I'd end up going through the wall and falling.
We got to get you that walker thing that they give like the 3-year-olds that are just learning.
I'm so down with that.
And a place you might have forgot, too. Don't forget about the Pinball Museum that they've got in Delray Beach where they have adult beverages.
That place is cool.
And a good point, too. Somebody said the Drive Shack is covered. And so I've actually been there when it is raining. And it was kind of interesting. I mean, it was really coming down, too. So it kind of blew in a little bit on you, but it wasn't too bad because it was hot. It was almost like a little mist. You ever have that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Drive Shack and they got food, they got bars all over the place, or whether it be Top Golf if you're a little bit further down south. So just some things to start considering because I'm already teeing up. I'm like, all right, what are all the rainy activity things we can do in South Florida? It's been a while since I had to think about it.
I want to hear you pitch all of these to your wife and have her shoot you down.
She's okay with Drive Shack.
Okay.
We'd be doing that. Pinball
All right.
Museum, she might even do because they got booze there. So, yeah. I know my girl. Yeah, we'll be all right.
Brewery tour, no.
I thought
Shut
she'd
up.
be a little. Well, the way I sold it was I want to check out the Tiki Bar at Mai Kai. I haven't been there since they reopened in Oakland Park. And she's like, "You want to go to Tiki Bar when it's raining?" I'm like, "It might be all right." She's like, "No." I think that's what she kind of said was stupid.
Gotcha.
Tiki Bar in the rain. So maybe it was stupid.
I'm over here. I think it's great.
In her defense, it might not have been the best idea. I preach about it all the time because I know how miserable it is. I still remember 22 years ago, and we didn't have power for 10 days during them hurricanes, and I have never been more miserable sitting on a leather couch, and I was sweating, so I was just kind of like sliding like all over this thing. It was just absolutely gross. There's nothing worse than not having air conditioning in the heat of the summer in South Florida, and when your AC goes out, you got to struggle, and sometimes you got to have a makeshift. Okay, how you going to make this thing work? Now, we do a lot of fans, and we try just to open the house up a little bit, but it's still just miserable and awful. But there are other things you can do. I've seen that one hack that some people do where they take a styrofoam cooler and they put ice in it, and they have some kind of fan system that has a vent, and it blows over the ice, and then it comes out, and it's almost like a portable AC unit.
I did that.
I was going to say, did I dream you did that, Virginia?
I did that.
Okay.
I totally made one of those portable ACs, and it does work. I used it outside.
Did you buy?
Yeah, when I was doing a crawfish boil one time, so it wouldn't be so hot. I just had the, one of those, like the long vent thingy that you would put on the backside of your dryer.
Okay, yeah, right.
The collapsible vent thingy.
Yep.
That was just pointed right at me. And yeah, all the air was going through the ice in the styrofoam cooler, and I had cut the holes in it. It did work.
Do you really get a lot of cold air that comes off of it? Is it almost as good as what you would say would be a portable AC unit?
Yes and no, because you go through ice really fast.
Yeah, I was going to say, it probably works better indoor.
If you don't have an ice maker, you will go through ice so fast if you try to use that outside for your crawfish boil like I did.
I mean, it's a boil.
Ice next to fire. What do you mean it's melting?
So what do you do if your AC goes out? Some people may just go and get themselves a hotel room.
Well, that's what sucked. I came back from my little trip, and as soon as I walked in, you just felt, you're like, oh no, I know that feeling.
Something's different.
Something's muggy, and there's an atmosphere. So I had the air conditioned place come. They came the next day. They supposedly fixed it. And I walked in the next day, and it was just as hot. And I go, oh no, they did. And it's a brand new unit, so it's not like I wasn't nervous. I go, it's a brand new unit. My boy ended up coming over, who's not an air conditioned person, and he ended up fixing it for me.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So by the end of the night, I did get it, but it wasn't because
That's impressive.
It
I
was.
think there's so much on YouTube now that you can troubleshoot a lot of problems around your house. And yeah, you might break it worse, but you also might fix it a little bit and save yourself an expensive service call.
Well, I was just shocked because I thought the original guy was done, because on my air conditioned unit, there's a door that goes to it. But if the door is open, that means you're still working on it. That's where
Right.
the water gets collected. That's where you do your air conditioned stuff. So I went to go pee, and the door's open still. I go, all right, he's clearly still working. He was gone. He never closed the door. Didn't get the water out. Yeah.
What's he working by the hour?
I tell you the one thing, I certainly signed a bill. That was for sure.
If I leave this door open, he'll think I'm still here.
I couldn't believe it. I go, is this like a Scooby-Doo trap? Do I walk in?
He's
Never
outside
mind.
smoking ciggies.
Oh, yeah. And
He went to the store and got a Gatorade.
I was super offered him drinks 3 different times, and I thought he was still working. And he was there for a while. My boy got it done in like 7 minutes.
Somebody said you can also wet a sheet and hang it over an open door to cool a room. Have you ever heard of that?
Oh, no.
I have never heard of that concept.
That's fascinating. That sounds like some poor kid ingenuity right there.
That sounds like some 1700s. I've got like a fever dream.
I would try it. Does it work?
That's what they're saying.
Look, if you live in South Florida, you will have to go through a point where your AC is not working right.
And there's a lot.
It's all of us.
And there are stages of emotion with that.
Because we work our ACs harder than anybody else in the country.
And you're right. You go through the debate. Do I get a hotel? Do I get a motel? Motels. There's probably been a murder there. Let's go to the hotel.
Do I go on YouTube and try to fix it myself?
People on YouTube that make how to do videos in 2 minutes or less, especially if they're a couple, make me so mad. They act like it's so easy. Oh, to pave your driveway or to fix your air. And you can tell as soon as they say cut, they're both yelling at each other. I don't trust those videos no more.
Meredith says she always keeps a baby pool on hand, and then she has big old things of ice in her freezer. So if that happens, you just kind of lay in that for a little bit and cool down that way.
Okay. I don't hate it, girl.
Okay. Something you might want to think of.
In South Florida, all of us, even if you've never had to deal with it yet, you eventually will, because these ACs get worked.
To me, though, it's one of the sweetest sounds in life is when you hear
Kicks on.
Oh, man, there's snacks in the fridge.
Yeah, not bad. It just feels like it's a TikTok kind of situation. It's only a matter of time. I don't know where we're going to settle when it comes to e-bikes. I know it's been a big conversation, but there have been a lot of stories that make it worthwhile to make it a conversation. We talked a bit about the 13-year-old Colton Remsburg who had passed away. His mom, Ashley, is now aggressively pushing local lawmakers to enact a total ban on e-bikes and e-scooters for children aged 14 and under. Here's what she had to say.
If the parents are giving backlash, I can take out my phone right now and show you a picture of me laying next to my deceased son overnight. They're going to complain about an $80 ticket. Do they want their kid here or do they not? And if they're complaining about a ticket, then why are you sending them off in a scooter or an e-bike? Take it away. It's that black and white.
The Orange County Fire Department says they track the number of incidents and injuries, and just one is too many.
December 1st till today, we've had 41 incidents that involved injuries in Orange County Fire Rescue's response here.
Okay. So she makes an argument that it's pretty quick to shut down, I guess, when you want to try to argue with her. And she said, just let me send a photo of you laying next to my deceased son and see how you feel about that $80 ticket.
No one should argue with her.
Yeah, no, they shouldn't.
We shouldn't. She's right. These bikes are motorcycles. They really, really are. And you can't be out there on the roads going super fast on the sidewalks. Like, they're motorcycles.
Yeah, I think that
we let it get away from us.
I'm surprised they're waiting so long. I really thought that they would have some kind of clarity on this that would jump up pretty quick and they would get it settled. But it seems like it's just out there lingering. It seems like nobody wants to step up and address it yet.
Well, until it touches your life, you don't really realize how dangerous it is until you kind of see it in your own realm. Because a lot of people think of it as a bicycle. It's really not a bicycle. It's really a motorcycle.
You do wonder sometimes why certain things take so long to get changed. Is it because there's money attached to it and we don't know about it, or just that's the way the system goes to change any kind of laws?
It does.
It's a process.
A lot of things do move slowly, but when you've got so many people that are speaking out saying, hey, it'd be good to get some kind of regulation on this sooner rather than later, not only for the people that are on the bikes, but for the other people that are around that, they can cause a lot of issues for people that even aren't on the e-bikes. So I'm really kind of surprised they haven't gotten there yet. But
yeah, I feel like all of a sudden everyone started talking about e-bikes, and I'm usually a little behind by a couple years.
Well, because they're just more prolific now. More people have them, and more people have been touched by accidents involving them. And that number will continue to go up until we put some sort of regulation in place.
But did the popularity hit out of the blue a year ago or something?
There's so many more people on them Because they're affordable. They're way cheaper than getting a car or a motorcycle, but they go just as fast. And that's the problem. And a lot of people don't wear a helmet on them. That's the problem.
So I believe that you need to have some licensing, 14 and older, just like when I had a moped, where you have to go and get a regular license, street legal license. You have to wear a helmet. I think those are a couple things that should happen for the e-bikes, and that should be for really anybody that's over the age of 14. Now, the question is what this mom is bringing up. She wants them banned. So if you're a 13-year-old like her son was, you cannot get on an e-bike or an e-scooter. Do you think that is the right move, where you can't even consider getting on one of these until then? And in the state of Ohio, when I was a kid, you could not get on a moped and ride that legally until you were the age of 14.
Well, this thing is a moped.
I agree.
And she's only trying to ban them for a certain age. She's not trying to ban them completely.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a moped. And I don't think they should be on the sidewalk. I think they should be in traffic with the cars or in a bike lane.
With mopeds in Ohio, you had to ride it like it was a slow motorcycle, and you had to follow all the rules of the road. Had to be on the highway or the road.
It's like a motorcycle and a pedestrian both trying to share a sidewalk.
It's not safe.
You wouldn't want that.
No.
I mean, I'm not good just walking on a sidewalk by myself, just walking on it.
He's right. I've seen it.
Just, I don't know. I haven't quite figured it out.
Yeah. Well, it is pretty much a slam dunk. I said, should we be banning kids under the age of 14 from riding e-bikes and e-scooters? 81% of people said yes. So if she pushes this issue, she's going to have a lot of support for it.
We're seeing it too much. Something has to be done.
I think a change is coming.
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away, cause you know we need that dirt of the day.
This Dirt of the Day is brought to you by my favorite closet people, closetsbydesign.com. How crazy is this? Gayle King on Call Her Daddy talking about when she unexpectedly came home early one day to her house and immediately sensed something was wrong and bam, caught her husband cheating with a friend of hers.
Oprah?
No, it was not
man.
Oprah.
Wow,
That's a great question, though.
Yeah, that would have been something. Here's a bit of the story of what went down that did not involve Oprah.
I'd driven myself to the airport, so I didn't even have time to call and say, look, the flight was da-da-da-da-da, I'm coming home. I didn't have time to do any of that. We jumped in, got to the airport, got in the car, came home. And the alarm was set, which I thought, that's strange, because you're in here by yourself. You're a big grown man. He never sets the alarm. And next thing I know, he comes flying out of the room and he's got a towel on. He goes, you can't come in. What do you mean I can't come in? What are you talking about? He goes, you can't come in. Someone's here. I go, someone like who? There's nobody here. I mean, I was so oblivious. There's nobody here. Get out of the way, Billy. There's nobody here. He goes, really, you can't come in. And so I start searching the house because I didn't believe him. I get down and there they are, or there she is, cowering behind the door. In my towel, Alex, was a nice bath sheet. In my towel.
What did you say?
I said, I can't believe that you are here and that you are doing this.
Okay.
Wow.
Shame by Gayle King.
That is crazy. I don't think she named her, though, did she?
I didn't hear her name now.
Too bad.
Yeah. You want to dox this girl like 30 years later?
Yeah. You got truth on your side. Revenge has no expiration date.
Oh, okay.
Name her.
Yeah. She's gone on and lived a great 30 years, but let's take her down now.
Name her, Gayle.
Okay.
We want to hate her for you.
You're right.
Hiding behind the door like a hooker.
I'm cool just moving on.
Never
not
cool.
Virginia, no.
Never.
Yeah, we're going to hash all that up. Yeah, bring it back.
Matthew Perry's former live-in assistant, that Kenneth guy, was officially sentenced. Now, he is the one that they say gave Matthew Perry that fatal overdose of the ketamine. He injected him multiple times that day that he died. But I think the problem was that he injected him, left him in the swimming pool or the hot tub, and then left. And then we know how it happened. You know, Matthew Perry drowned in the pool, but he was probably would have been fine if he would have been on land, maybe, because he had been taking these big doses. Why would you ever dose somebody and then leave them in the pool?
See, I mean, that I don't know if he would have been fine because eventually I think that's going to catch up to you.
Yeah, I guess so. You're probably right. But I just think that, like, wow, you were the one person that was supposed to be helping Matthew, and you killed Matthew. They sentenced him to a little more than 3 years in federal prison for helping supply that ketamine. So 3 years. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't intentional. He didn't want for him to die, but you're doing something that's very risky. And I know you could say that Matthew was asking for it himself. So it feels fitting to me.
Several other people, including doctors and other drug dealers, have also been charged. But this was the latest one. So there you go. 3 years, a little more than 3 years.
It was like fifth person, I think they had said is
Yeah.
the sentence.
They going after everybody, and everybody rolled over on everybody, so they know exactly who did what and all that.
And there's so much of that going on in Hollywood and all that. People getting whatever they want from all kind of doctors.
You're right.
Yeah.
You just got to be really super careful because, these patients die. It's on your watch, and they're going to be able to trace it back to you.
I'm just telling you, it's crazy that there are some doctors out there that within 10 minutes, they are trying to get a pill down your throat. It's very, very, and sometimes I don't think you always need that.
There's so many pharmaceuticals now, and you got to take this pill to get over the side effects from that pill,
So
and now
much
you're
money in
taking
it.
that pill to get over the side effects of this pill.
Well, I got into a debate with somebody, like a doctor. I said, I don't want to take this. And then by the third time, he finally goes, all right, I'll drop it. I'll leave it alone. I'm like, dude, I said no 3 times.
Do you think all these pills are good for your liver?
Yeah.
Because no, they are not.
Yeah, that's without him even knowing about my kidney history. It's just like, that was the main thing within 10 to 15 minutes was let's snake a pill down the person's throat. And I don't think that's the right move for everybody.
It's not the right first move.
Yeah.
Can we do everything else and let the pill be the last resort?
Well, especially if someone's telling you they're not comfortable with that.
Right. Yeah, we eat too many pills in this country. And finally here, Eric Spoelstra, the head coach of the Miami Heat, has reportedly signed a new 8-year deal with a $120 million contract extension, making him the highest paid coach in the history of the NBA. The team, though, did something kind of amazing. They waited to offer him this deal until after his divorce from his ex-wife was finalized, so he wouldn't have to give her none of the money.
Oh, that's cold. That's cold.
The extension was announced just 2 weeks after the divorce was made official, but it sounds like the new deal had been decided for quite a while.
Yeah.
Ooh. She might have wanted to stick around a little longer. And that's what's going on in your dirt.
They got a new version of maybe the greatest jingle of all time. The Chili's Baby Back Ribs.
We love this jingle. The one rule, if you're going to do a remake, you better make it better.
Well, did Lizzo make it better? It is different than what the standard jingle was. She says that she's Lizzo-fied her version. She even brings in the flute, does a little flute solo in here.
I'm not mad.
Okay. I mean, it is a full-out produced song now.
I love it. I think that's amazing.
It is a different level. She has added to it. I mean, the last one did not have flute in it.
No, it did not have layers. It didn't have a rap break.
Yep.
It didn't have one girl doing all the work. I love it. Lizzo's back.
I'm a huge The Office fan, and I that version that Michael Scott sings with Tim Meadows will always be my favorite.
Okay.
They had a bit. They must have had a sponsorship with Chili's because Chili's would always be in their episodes.
Okay.
And he sang the Baby Back Ribs. And every time I hear that song, I can just hear Steve Carell sing it.
Do you think Lizzo's a close second then? Is she better than the original?
No,
Okay.
not for me.
All right. She has not elevated to something brand new.
Oh, I think she has. I think she killed it.
Well, there are 45% of people in KVJ TV chat that agree with you. The other 55% do not believe that she does have the best Chili's jingle of all time. But that's not bad, honestly, for it being brand new and the first time that you've probably ever heard it. I do like that it's a full song. She added something to it. She threw the flute in there. It's got a lot of her own personality.
People always get caught up too if you do a jingle and it's longer than 15 seconds. Like, that's not a real jingle. People get on me about that. Hey, you're not writing a jingle. You're writing a song. It's
All right.
different.
Yeah.
What do we got out here? The jingle police?
Believe it or not, there really is the jingle police.
You could break that one down, though, and you could make that
edit
shorter.
Oh, yeah.
I could see how they can do that.
Definitely. There's many breaks in that song.
That's probably for the internet or for, a video.
That's the long version.
Yeah. To me, it's almost like a statement of when you have made it. Is you have a place like this that asks you to do their jingle or do a song for them. And as I was looking down, I mean, this is something that is not even close to new. This has been going on all the way back to at least 1954 when Elvis Presley did a jingle for Southern Made Donuts.
That's right.
Wow.
That's right.
Which seems on brand, right? I mean, if you want anybody hawking donuts to you in the 50s, wouldn't it be the king?
I mean, these donuts, oh my God.
I wonder how much that deal was worth.
We got some peanut butter and nanner donuts.
I can't believe it. These are so good. A hound dog would eat these things.
I think back then he was probably better than donuts. Like, it would have been like, why's he doing
It
donuts?
seems a little beneath him because I've never heard of Southern Made Donuts, and clearly they're not
Exactly.
still around, at least nationwide.
Exactly.
Maybe he was still hitting. Maybe he hadn't quite got there. And I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, but that was his mark on it. The Rolling Stones actually did a Rice Krispies commercial back in 1964.
Huh. I
Rice
feel like that's
Krispies.
beneath him, too.
Again, maybe they weren't quite at the apex of their career yet.
That was maybe in the early years.
That's what I'm wondering about the Elvis. Maybe Elvis was just starting to hit.
Is before he got money, he did donuts.
Yeah.
Before they got money, they did Rice Krispies.
But like, hey, Elvis, we love that Jailhouse Rock. You want to do some donuts? Well, all right, I'll do that, little lady.
That would have been when the Stones just got going, and that song sounds very adjacent, almost like Beatles sound.
Well, they were in competition with each other, and they were both hitting at the same time. And the comparison with the media was, are you a Stones fan or are you a Beatles fan?
And the Stones were probably trying to break into America because the Beatles had done it very well on the Ed Sullivan Show and then playing Shea Stadium. And so the Rolling Stones are like, yeah, we'll do a cereal commercial in America.
I mean, it was a major, I wouldn't say feud. I think they got along at times, the Stones and the Beatles, but it was really the media always comparing them to who's the best.
They still do.
They still do it. You're right.
Me and my mom just did a Sun Sentinel article maybe like 3 months ago. She picked the Beatles. I picked the Stones.
Look at that. Virginia got some more print. Huh, must be nice.
My mom got print, which is pretty weird.
Oh, yeah, your mom's getting print.
Get more print than Bird.
Yeah. Good gosh.
Yeah.
How insulting.
I can't buy an article.
What was kind of crazy was in the 70s, 80s, 90s, even into the 2000s, seemed like every popular singer was singing for a soda. Can you think of any of the artists that were singing for a brand of soda?
I thought Michael Jackson did at one point.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest ones. Back in 1984, he was filming that commercial for Pepsi when his hair caught on fire. And that arguably turned the tide of Michael Jackson's entire career. There was a definitely Michael before that commercial shoot and a Michael after that commercial shoot.
Did Pepsi actually kill Michael?
It turned a corner for him. If you look at everything in his life, it got a lot more weird after that. He was considered pretty normal until that, and then things just kind of got weird.
Do you know who loves that story? Coca-Cola.
They do, yeah.
They should put it out there.
Oh, they could put it. Such a hit piece.
Okay.
Didn't Britney was Pepsi.
Britney did Pepsi in 2001.
And
Okay,
then
you got two.
She got busted in Louisiana driving around drinking Coca-Cola.
Oh, dang, because that's a Southern drink. They love Coke in the South.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not going to hate on Britney because I love Pepsi and Coke.
But if
yeah.
Pepsi is paying you, girl,
Yeah.
you can't be driving around with a Coca-Cola in the cup holder.
You can't get paid by Nike and then be caught wearing Adidas.
Get it together.
Yeah. Okay, you got two. Can you name any other famous musical acts or artists that sang for soda?
Soda, never mind. I was going to say Barry Manilow. I thought he did a
Barry
jingle.
Manilow's unique because he did Stuck on Band-Aid is one of the ones that he did. I think maybe he did the Oscar Mayer jingle. I think he wrote that at least. And then they had a cute kid that wound up singing it. on
Yeah,
First Take.
Barry
But
wrote
Manilow
a
was
lot of stuff.
He was a jingle writer.
He wrote the songs.
Yeah, he did.
But there was also, and you know what? Nah, no one cares about my Barry Manilow story. I'm editing myself down.
He takes longer to stop the story than to tell it.
Look at you, making Denny's job easier.
Yeah, but I'm trying at least.
Okay, yeah.
I was about to tell you guys the most boring Barry Manilow story.
Nobody remembers Madonna? Like a Prayer, 1989 for Pepsi. Remember when she did that very controversial ad?
Yep, I do.
That thing kind of hit with the Black Jesus. Do you not remember Paul Abdul in 1991 did Diet Coke?
With, was it MC Scat?
She might have, yeah.
I thought she did it with
MC Scat Cat.
I thought she did it with the cat.
Yeah. You had Elton John hawking Diet Coke back in 1991. He also did another cover with somebody else.
Oh, Ray Charles did one.
You got the right one, baby.
Yeah, back in 1991. Ray Charles was all over that. Whitney Houston was hawking Diet Coke in 1986. I mean, listen to the names. If you sang for soda, you are a huge name in music. It's almost like you know you've made it when you get a jingle. And then lately, they've kind of really picked up. In fact, I was looking a lot more recently. It's been fast food. You got Lizzo with Chili's, not that that's fast food, but you had Cardi B and Offset with McDonald's, Doja Cat Taco Bell. You had Megan Thee Stallion singing for Popeyes. Lil Nas X did Taco Bell. Saweetie did McDonald's. And BTS did McDonald's back in 2021. And so did Travis Scott back in 2020. I mean, just think of the names. That's it. Like when they call and like you are big enough to sing our jingle, you're like, I've made it.
I wrote the Little Debbie people. Me and Denny said the jingle, sent it in. They go, thanks for your work. We're going to send you a Little Debbie shirt. Never got it.
Did not make it.
They didn't use that?
They didn't even give me my shirt.
I think we need to give that some airtime.
I think they should give me a shirt.
Do you still have the Little Debbie jingle?
Yeah, but still, it didn't. It was.
Send it back to him. You might get another shirt. Maybe a hat this time.
I mean, get denied twice.
I'd love to hear it.
You have.
You have.
Oh, sorry, I forgot.
You like it? What are you talking
I'm
about?
sure I like it, but I have a really bad memory. I need to hear it again.
I can't play it, but pull it up, but let's insult it too.
I can't remember anything.
Might be the drink in Virginia.
Yeah, it's more about the drinking.
Have you ever heard of new parents suffering from gender disappointment?
Is that when they have someone, like a kid born, and it's a boy, and they wanted a girl, or vice versa? Like, oh, we got a boy, we wanted a girl.
That's what it is. I get maybe you have something in your mind, you'd have a gender preference, but they were saying that some parents actually take it very hard. They feel sadness, anxiety, grief even, after learning their baby's sex and realizing they didn't get the match that they had hoped for.
I'd just be happy my baby's healthy.
I think it's the right feeling. That's why I think it's a unique feeling to have. But as I was looking into it a little bit more deeply, they say there is one gender that people get more sad about than the other when they find out they are having a boy. They say that the feeling is often tied to cultural stereotypes, family expectations, personal trauma, or fantasies about future parent-child relationships. And the reason it is with boys is they look at the negative traits that have really been attached to boys now: emotional repression, aggression, misogyny, toxic masculinity. And they get anxious about this, saying, oh my gosh, I am about to raise a monster and bring a terrible person into this world.
Or the kid is going to grow up thinking he is a monster when society constantly says you're a monster because you're a boy. And newsflash, not all boys and men are monsters.
But 9 out of 10. Just kidding.
That's a well-placed joke.
Just kidding.
That's good.
Just kidding.
When I saw this, I was like, well, this is probably one of those rage-baiting type of articles. And I was looking, I'm like, all right, people really feeling this? And I could not believe how many different, whether it be Mommy Blogs, Today's Show, Baby Center, Healthline, Parents, Mother and Baby, The Conversation, Cambridge University Press, Scary Mommy. I mean, listen to that.
Scary Mommy.
You're going to Scary Mommy, and they're telling you about gender disappointment and why you need to be so upset if you're having a boy.
Well, there's a big thing, too, that really bothers me in the media. Everything is about separation. Separation with race, separation with gender, separate. and it makes money, and that's all the media cares about is the color green. And if it's got people fighting and got people turning on each other and saying, you're a monster, no, you're a monster, and your gender's terrible, and your gender's terrible, you got all this fighting, you got all this noise, and I don't like that. I don't like when people are profiting off that because people are falling for it. Like I said, not every man's a monster. Not every woman is insane. Like, there's nuance here.
I think you see this, and I think that some people are like going, oh my gosh, should I be concerned that I'm having a boy? And they read this, and then they start internalizing and thinking. I say, we got to pump the brakes on this. I mean, I get it. You can have your preference thinking that, oh, I would love to do this with a girl. I'd love to do this.
I want to dress him up.
Right, whatever it might be. Now, that's understandable. But if you truly think that you're about to raise a monster and you're worried about the toxic masculinity and all that stuff, think about what you're going to be projecting onto these kids. And instead of saying, oh, my gosh, I'm going to raise a monster, be like, I have an opportunity to raise a good man, a man with good morals that is going to do things the right way and is going to turn against all these things I don't like with men. I have the ability to control that. So anything that I've seen in other men that I don't like, I have the ability to influence that in this kid to make a difference. Men are very necessary. And to me as a man, it tells a lot of us when you keep coming out with these articles and having these things that, oh, I'm a mom, unfortunately, I got to raise a boy, boo-hoo.
He's a monster.
I mean, how do you think young boys and men are supposed to feel in this society when we're just demonized for the gender that we come out as?
And you shouldn't demonize women and you shouldn't demonize men. It goes both ways.
Right.
And again, it goes in pitting people against each other.
Well, y'all need to stop acting out of pocket.
And Exhibit A, Your Honor, there's the media that's contributing to the problem.
I'm kidding.
I know you are.
I'm kidding.
But it is, though. That's why people got annoyed with the Gillette commercial showing about don't raise your boys to be toxic, and it shows all the kids running, and it turned political, and the right's mad, and then the left's mad, and everyone's a snowflake. And it just, all it is people constantly screaming and butting each other's heads. And you nailed it. We all need each other.
Yes.
Women and men need each other.
I didn't think the article was going to go any further than just saying, oh, I rather wanted to do these kind of things. I wanted a girl because I could dress her up and I thought it'd be cute. I wanted a boy because I wanted to play catch or whatever it might be, which I think is asinine as well because you can do that with either gender. But then when they kind of got into the whole thing of the true fear of raising a monster, I was like, this has to stop.
It does.
This has to stop. We got to pump the brakes on this because this is not at all healthy for the men in our culture. And this is an opportunity for you to have a chance to raise the type of man that you want to see in society.
We also see this a lot, too. When someone's legit having a healthy debate about something, and this could be about a matters of the heart situation. Let's say you're talking to a woman, oh, you're just being sensitive. That's just you trying to stop the conversation, and maybe that person's not being sensitive. Maybe they just have a point that you're not ready to hear, but there's certain words like, oh, Kevin, you're just being toxic. Well, Kevin doesn't want to be known to be a toxic guy. There are certain things that are going to shut down a conversation because you don't want to be labeled that because, who wants to be a monster? Who wants to be toxic? Who wants to be that way?
You may not have been suffering from gender disappointment until you read that Scary Mommy article.
Scary Mommy. I mean, what are we doing here? Good God.
It's like, how many women have read this and now are terrified that they're about to bring a boy into this world?
No, you're not a boy, a monster.
Unbelievable. So we just got to turn the tide on this, and we need to not read Scary Mommy.
Are we officially canceling Scary Mommy?
I think we should.
9 out of 10 issues are about hating men. Probably more.
People fighting online, losing their minds. So we read the crazy crap they write and have a fun time. Well, get ready for this week's digital drama.
Well, coming up here in a second, we got a little neighborhood fight about somebody stealing food from delivery orders. But the first very tempting post that we have here in digital drama is about a group of swingers who are getting into a huge public fight, and dirty laundry is getting brought out publicly.
Whoa.
Look out.
Swing-a fight?
A swing-a fight.
I'm going to be playing the role of Aaron here. We've got Freddie.
Aaron. I love that clip.
Aaron.
Aaron.
We've got Virginia playing the role of Freddie. Bird's going to be Sasha, and Denny's you can be Maria here. Okay, this is what Aaron has to say. I am done protecting people Freddie keeps acting like he's some innocent victim when this dude was DMing my wife at 3 in the morning asking what she was wearing during a thunderstorm. You're 47 years old, bro.
Don't do that. Your wife was flirting right back, and you know it. Also, maybe tell everybody why you got jealous at your own swingers party and made everybody leave by 10:30 because Maria was sitting on somebody else's lap.
Honestly, y'all deserve each other. Every party turns into somebody crying in the kitchen while somebody else disappears upstairs for 40 minutes. It's exhausting and it's trashy.
Sasha, please, you literally hooked up with Freddie, then called Aaron the next day talking about, I think I made a mistake. You started half this drama.
And Freddie keeps on lying. This man told everybody he was just talking to my wife, but I saw all the texts. Ain't no married man sending wish you were here messages at midnight unless he's trying something funny.
Well, maybe if you paid attention to your wife, she wouldn't be entertaining me. You spend every party getting drunk, telling the same stupid stories about your old gym days. Nobody cares anymore.
Also, can we talk about how Maria acts differently around every guy? 1 minute she's calling Aaron baby. Next minute, she's rubbing Freddie's shoulders in the pool like she's in a soap opera or something.
You want to talk fake? Sasha literally cried because nobody complimented her outfit at the last party. The whole night got weird because she needed attention like every 5 seconds.
I'll tell you what really blew this whole thing up. Freddie started running his mouth outside the group. My neighbor now knows all our business because Freddie can't drink without gossiping like somebody's damn aunt.
Your neighbor knew because your loud ass got caught arguing outside in a robe while Maria yelled, "You said I was your favorite." The whole street heard it.
At this point, everybody hates everybody. Couples are breaking up. People are blocking each other. And honestly, it was only a matter of time before this whole mess exploded publicly.
Oh, man. I don't know about y'all, but I love being swingers.
That's some good stuff right there.
Drama.
Oh, yeah. This is a post about somebody in the neighborhood that is stealing food from people's delivery orders. We got a food thief that is now being hunted by an entire neighborhood. We're going to hear here in some digital drama. I'm going to be playing the role of RT. Virginia's going to be Buddy. Jaybird is going to be Adam. And Denny's will be Gina.
All right, here comes Adam, and he's hot. I hate my neighbor and his fat face. That bee stole my Uber Eats, and I got it all on camera. Smile, bee. You're on camera.
Somebody stole my Taco Bell. If I find out who this is, I'm going to break his leg just like a churro.
Yeah, somebody took my Instacart order. Whoever's stealing our food, we're going to find you and hunt you down. Never mess with the family's food.
Well, it's 2026 and everyone's got cameras. Not to mention, you can literally track your order on your phone. Y'all stupid AF. It's kind of y'all's fault.
You're awfully defensive, Gina. How can you defend someone who steals food? Unless you are a person that steals food. Stop being a stupid bee.
I never said it was okay to steal food. Stop being such a liberal snowflake.
Steal my food? I steal your soul. I will be doing nothing else with my life other than trying to find this food thief. I know jujitsu. You better run.
I'm on Artie's side. You gotta find out who this is.
It's tearing everybody apart. Boy, I gotta tell you, every day it's getting better and better on social media. If you ever see something fun, send it to us. We do a little screenshot. Mail at KVJShow.com. We've seen some good things on Nextdoor this week.
Oh, my gosh.
It's getting out of control.
It's lost the wheels.
I got so upset because Denny's had a really good one and they'd deleted it before we got to it. It was the guy that took his kid to Mortal Kombat, right, and was trying to defend it.
Yeah,
everybody's going in on him.
He goes on there. He uploaded a photo of the manager. And he's like, this guy, he's trying to abuse his power. He kicked me and my son out of the movie Mortal Kombat. My son's 4 months old. I think he's appropriately aged to see this. And everyone in the comments is like, bro, I don't think a 4-month-old should see Mortal Kombat in the theater.
I love it when somebody puts a post up, they think everyone's going to be on their side.
It was such a landslide. He went back and took it down. I was so bummed because I'm like, oh, we missed it. That would have been so good for digital drama.
Got a screenshot.
I know.
Everybody turned on him.
I know.
Not one person agreed with him.
No. By the time I got to it, it was gone. So that's why you got a screenshot, then send them to us, mail@kvjshow.com.
Who wants to laugh their ass off? Ooh, I know I do. He wrote some funny punchlines just for me and you. It's Danny's Joke Jury.
Who's ready to laugh?
All right, it's time for a little comedy. Then I'm going to break it down for us here, and we're going to be the joke jury to let them know which jokes are funny and which ones stank. Okay, Denny's, what you got for us here today?
All right, joke one. What did they charge the people with for breaking into IHOP?
I don't know. What do they charge them with for breaking into IHOP?
Unwaffle entry.
Oh, that is good.
I love that.
Okay. All right.
Second joke. What seasoning do ex-girlfriends use?
What seasoning do ex-girlfriends use? I don't know. What kind of seasoning do they use?
Old Bay.
Oh,
I love that.
Third joke. What arena rock band was big with the Pioneers?
Arena rock band was big at the Pioneers? I don't know which one was.
Imagine Wagons.
Okay.
I love that joke.
He working.
Fourth joke. Why don't they let Jesus handle raw chicken?
I don't know. Why don't they let Jesus handle raw chicken?
Because of cross-contamination.
Oh, yeah. That's right. It might get a wood chip in it.
Does that hit hard at church, or is that considered kind of a little too?
I think you probably get more groans than, yeah. I don't know. I might be the one guy being like, I get it. Okay, all right.
As long as the Lord forgives.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah.
And final joke. Why did the gangster tell on the seamstress for ripping his pants?
I don't know. Why did the gangster tell him the seamstress for rips in his pants?
Because britches get stitches.
Britches. See what he did?
Oh,
Britches.
yeah.
Okay.
That church joke, though.
Yeah, I know. We're all stuck on that one. Cross-contamination. All right. We need to go repent for that one.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away. Cause you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
This Dirt of the Day is brought to you by my favorite closet people, closetsbydesign.com. I think you know how I feel about Buc-ee's, the beaver-themed road stop mega stop.
You love it, right?
I love Buc-ee's. I really do. I think it's just amazing, and I respect the ingenuity, the drive, the attitude, the everything about it. They really do a great job at Buc-ee's, but there's one person that I think could do it better, and that's Dolly Parton. She is creating what they say is going to be compared to Buc-ee's and possibly better than Buc-ee's in Tennessee. It's going to be Dolly's Tennessean Travel Stop, and it's officially set to open June 24th in Cornersville, Tennessee, right there off Interstate 65. I know you know it, Kev.
Okay, yeah.
But it's only open from 9 to 5.
No, that's not true.
Yes,
Do not put that out there.
That's a Dolly Parton joke that didn't land.
It did not land at all. It's a song she did back in the 80s. I apologize to everybody.
But you will like this.
Okay.
The area in the store where you go to get your coffee, it's a little coffee shop called Cup of Ambition.
I do like
Cup
that.
of Ambition.
I love it.
Love it. There'll be Dolly-themed merch, live music. Ooh, that's smart. Like in the airport at Nashville. I love that. They have live music. There'll even be a replica tour bus inspired by the tour bus that Dolly had for several years. Organizers say it'll be a tourist destination and a gas station stop. So will this outshine the Beaver in Tennessee? I would say yes.
Here's my question. Is Dolly going to come with them subs? Is there going to be a place where you can get a sub, a hoagie if you shall?
Great questions. I'm sure there will be.
Well, there'll be fudge.
Yeah, great questions.
So this is a truck stop battle between the Beaver and Boobs?
Yeah, it is.
That's kind of what's going on here.
And I got to tell you.
Very interesting that you point that out. I hadn't thought about that.
These are the kind of feuds I love.
The Boobs fight the Beaver. We all win.
I guess. It's just which one do you choose? I don't know.
Which one's bigger? Which one's better?
I like variety. I'm going to go to both.
Yeah, so June 24th, check it out. Pitbull is doing something cool. I love this. He is attempting to get his fans to help him break the world record for the largest gathering of people showing up in a bald cap. You know, that's my favorite thing about looking at the videos of these Pitbull concerts are these gangs of women that show up dressed like Pitbull in bald caps and singing and dancing along to his music. I love it. I think it's adorable. The upcoming show in London on July 10th is when he is asking people to come in a bald cap so they can break the world record. Even if you don't have a ticket, I guess he's welcoming you to come out to the venue because they're going to do the whole thing outside of the venue before the concert. So show up to help break that world record. That'd be fun. Mm-hmm. And finally, here, a little more country for you. Alan Jackson's Last Call. It is a show called One More for the Road, the finale. Apparently, this will be Alan Jackson's last final tour date. The concert will be held Saturday, June 27th at Nashville's Nissan Stadium. And listen to the lineup. George Strait, Lainey Wilson, Luke Bryan, Eric Church, Luke Combs. Sorry.
Bless you.
Sorry, I was just cleaning my fan. Ooh, that was a mistake.
Did you get a hay fever in the middle of that story?
I was cleaning all the dust off my fan right before the dirt. It's the dust of the day.
We barely noticed.
Wow.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
It's really professional around here.
As you were. A lot of country artists. Huh?
A lot of country artists. Picking it back up. Miranda Lambert, Little Big Town, Jake Owen, Thomas Rhett,
wow.
Carrie Underwood, Leanne Womack.
Jeez.
I mean, the list goes on. And I think George Strait, Lainey Wilson. Whoa, that's impressive.
That's quite a lineup they got going on there.
Saturday, June 27th. I wonder how much those tickets are going for. Oof.
Yeah.
I mean, now that's a show that seems like it should be a lot of money with all that. That's a lot of legend on a stage.
Amen.
Yeah, but I think you kind of cap out at a certain point. And the other question, too, is are we talking about these artists doing full sets? Are they coming out doing a few?
No, they'll probably just come out and do a few, which I think is good. They'll just come out, play the hits, and hit the road.
Like George comes out, maybe does 2 or 3 songs. One will be with another person with a duet kind of a thing.
I love that when the artist has about 3 good songs. When the artist has about 30, I get kind of annoyed.
Yeah, especially if you don't like the artist.
So get your tickets now. You can bet that'll be expensive, but amazing. June 27th in Nashville.
Okay, that would be a good time to go up there. There's a lot of big stuff. In fact, that week is going to be pretty crazy. I don't know if you guys have been following what's going on in Washington, D.C., but it is the 250th anniversary of the United States of America.
USA.
What?
USA.
Who? USA. And nothing says USA like beating the crap out of each other right there on the lawn of the White House.
Street fighting?
Yeah, they got a big old MMA ring they're putting up right now.
Oh.
Yeah, going to be a big old MMA fight. They're going to kick the crap out of each other and be like, this is what America's all about, punching people in the face.
Who's put that on? Is that Netflix or is that just...
No, that's Dana White.
So you'd have to order that guy on paper? Like, how would you watch that live?
I don't know. I haven't looked into it because, oddly enough, I've yet to watch an MMA match ever. But I don't know.
So bizarre.
Honestly, they shouldn't. They need to broadcast that. I'm sorry, but if this is going to be done on the White House lawn, you have to put that out for free. You can't.
Can we get the most prominent Republican and the most prominent Democrat to duke it out?
Amazing.
That's how you get me.
You could actually turn that into a 3-hour event. That could be the new WrestleMania.
Amazing.
Wow. And then the undercards are just like the under them. Whoever the second in command from each party, they fight.
They got some beefs. Yeah, I could. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Now I'm into politics.
Yes, that would be a fun segment if you actually did. That'd be a one fun segment you could do on political radio today. That'd be the one thing you could do. There's going to be a lot of South Floridians going to be a part of this because they're going to be doing this Freedom 250. It's the Great American State Fair. It's a 16-date concert series that's going to be starting on June 25th, running through 4th of July, going all the way until the 10th. And you're going to have Flo Rida, South Florida guy there. Vanilla Ice is going to be there performing.
Okay.
If you love the 90s, you're going to love this lineup Because now you have Vanilla Ice, you got CNC Music Factory,
Okay.
Milli Vanilli, minus one obvious player there, I would assume. I don't know how they're doing Milli Vanilli.
Is it just vanilla?
I'm very confused by this, too. That's why I'm just kind of going through this, because I'm like, I read this, I was like, huh.
And
I did see one of them is out there like singing now and
But he's
not
singing.
lip syncing.
Okay, he's doing the real singing.
Yeah, and it's not as good as
It's
the lip
not very good.
Well, I remember back in the day, Arsenio Hall had them come on the show and sing with their real voices, and
It wasn't great.
it wasn't as good.
Yeah. Young MC. Remember him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bust a move.
Bust a move.
Okay.
Brett Michaels,
Okay.
lead singer of Poison, the Commodores, Without Anybody You Know, and Martina McBride.
Huh.
So there you go. That's what we've got so far. I imagine soon to be added Kid Rock. I'm just just going out on a limb. I don't know for sure. But if I ever want to go to Poly Market and put a bet, that would be the bet I'd put down.
There you go.
That's the one you got to get. Can you answer like a majority of the KVJ show? We're going to find out here in something we call majority rule. Okay, you're going to see if you can answer like myself, Virginia, Jaybird, and Denny's.
Oh, Virginia is going down.
Okay, I'm yelling trigger or timber. Just remember that from yesterday. A while since I heard that song, though, obviously.
I loved that song back then, but now I'm like, It reminds me of the station that fired us.
Oh, yeah.
Because remember, that was the first song they played when they switched format.
Yeah.
And everybody was dancing around in the kitchen, and it was just so embarrassing.
Everyone was dancing but us.
It was so goober.
Because we knew how to walk in the Green Mile.
It was the dorkiest grouping of people.
Okay, first thing I got for you here is give me a fast food French fry. Okay, now this is going to go one of many different ways because I think there's only one answer. Are we going to get everybody going for the easy point, or is somebody going to buck the trend and not answer McDonald's? Me, I cherry pick and go for easy points. That's why I'm going McDonald's, because I don't want to be left out of this one.
Yeah,
Virginia?
it is the best fry, McDonald's.
Jaybird?
They call me wild card. I picked Wendy's.
I figured he might. Denny's.
I picked McDonald's.
I picked
all right,
losing.
yeah. See, I don't want to be the one guy that didn't get a point.
By the way, wild card's record is 0-110.
Would Wendy's be next for you, though?
Just because I know, I was thinking of a fact Kevin was going to talk about the dipping of
Frosty.
the Frosty, because I know that was a movie you
gotcha.
liked back in the day.
But no, I think it should be Chick-fil-A.
They have good fries.
The waffle.
I like their fries, man.
Rocco does that. He gets their nugs and dips it in their soft serve ice cream.
Okay.
Look, salt and sweet, they dance together,
They
baby.
do.
Okay. Next up, why don't you give me a cartoon dog? Cartoon dog. Bow, wow, wow, yippee-yo, yippee-yay. Virginia, you're going to answer first on this one when you are ready. What is a cartoon dog?
I mean, there is a top dog,
Yes, there is.
and it's Scooby-Doo.
Woof, woof. Jaybird?
There is a bottom dog. And that's Scrappy-Doo.
Scrappy-Doo!
You're right. It plays.
It's like one of the most hated characters in
yeah.
history.
You do get the object of this game is to try to match.
I know, but I'm not going to win.
You know what? He's having fun. He's playing
I'm
his
okay
own
with it.
game. Who are we to judge?
You're right.
Believe me, I'll get like 3 to 4 emails of how I ruined bits today, but I'm here just having fun.
He's smiling. So who's winning?
You're right.
The people email me are not smiling.
What you got, Denny's?
I did Scooby. I tried to get some early points,
I get it.
and then I'll diverge.
Okay, we're throwing out some cakewalks here. The Scooby, obviously.
You're
that is right
Scooby-Doo,
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to play it safe this time. Or am I?
I don't think you will.
He's a wild card. Don't try
right.
to guess what he's going to do.
Oh, man, if you call me wild card for the rest of the week, I'd be so tickled pink.
All right, wild card.
Next up, we're going with the pizza chain.
Ooh.
Pizza chain. Okay. Bird is going to start us off here. And let's see what he goes with. for pizza chain?
I think I have to say it's Sicilian Oven.
I think you do.
Yeah, I have to say it. They have a lot of restaurants.
Yeah, you're right.
They do.
They are a chain.
Yeah, they have a ton.
I also put Sicilian Oven.
Okay.
I did the same.
The biscuits.
Virginia?
So did I.
Oh, man, it's a lot.
Okay. That was the interesting. I was going to see if anybody's going to go rogue.
No.
Well, I didn't want to lose the game and the account.
Yeah.
We know who butters his biscuit.
I got you. Okay, I was testing it there. You see why the bird got that one?
Look, a man can be fired for only so many accounts.
Eventually, a man learns.
We're going to go with theme park ride next.
Oh.
Theme park ride. Denny's, what are you going to pick?
I'm only talking Soren.
That's my boy.
I did the same. Virginia.
I didn't do that one. I forgot, and it's lame. No, I'm not doing Soren. I refuse. I went the Hulk.
Jaybird.
Soren,
I knew he couldn't answer anything but.
Most underrated ride of all time.
For a reason, it's underrated. It's boring.
Wow.
I remember the first time I went on the Hulk. Nobody told me that first launch.
When it takes off, it will knock your teeth in the back of your neck.
I wasn't ready for it.
I wasn't ready for it either. I also wasn't ready for the 25 minutes of vertigo after.
That's rough. Rough
That
to battle
thing's
through.
got looped. Oh, it's so fun.
Oh, it takes off straight up into a straight down.
It's the best.
That point creates a little separation. Now, Denny's and I are tied for first with 4. Virginia now has 3. Bird has 2.
Okay, now do we work together to bring down what's going on?
We should. Let's you and me work together.
You hear that, Ralston? We coming for you.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's bring him down. Let's show Riggy it's not his summer.
And your little Denny's, too.
All right, we'll see.
His room shifts so quick. The backstabbing.
Oh, as soon as me and her don't match up right now, she's my enemy again.
Okay, next one I got here, a majority rule. Give me a soda brand. Give me a soda brand. Okay, got your answers written down?
Hold on, my brain.
What, doesn't work?
Slower these days.
Brand, so not flavor, brand.
Exactly.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Yeah, it'd be one of the big categories. It's not just the big 2. It's all the other little offshoots they have underneath it as well. Yeah.
Oh, this is a tough one, man.
Okay.
This is tough.
I didn't know this was really that tough.
It's not that tough.
I can see that like no one can come up with an answer here.
Maybe go with your favorite.
Okay. Everybody got the answers written down?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, soda brand. I went Mountain Dew.
Oh.
Virginia.
I went Coca-Cola.
Jaybird.
Coca-Cola!
Damn it, I did RC Cola because I thought you were going to try that.
I almost had RC Cola.
I thought you were going to do RC.
Man, I almost did.
Wow. Wow. That's crazy because Virginia gets a point. Now she's tied for first, and Jaybird is up to 3. Oh. I thought Bird was going to go Mountain Dew. I thought he was going to separate and win. And he did me dirty. No more answering like Bird.
I know. I tried answering.
Wild card.
I tried answering like Bird too.
It's too much of a wild card.
It's a wild card.
Don't call it a comeback.
Ooh. School lunch item.
School lunch item.
Lunch item.
All right, Big Daddy.
All right, I got it.
Oh, no.
Don't
Virginia.
blow it. Don't blow it.
I'm going to blow it.
Don't blow
I
it.
am.
I'm telling you, don't blow it.
I know.
It's not too late. You can still write the answer that doesn't blow it.
This is a big one.
This is such a
This is a big one.
This is so big.
Because
Okay.
if I nail it, it looks cool. If
Yeah.
I fail it, it looks awful.
Okay.
Make or break.
What is it, Virginia?
Jaybird put square pizza. If you put turkey tetrazzini, I'm going to kick you.
What'd you put, Bird?
I put turkey too.
No! Nobody's favorite.
Denny's, what did you put?
Damn it! I was trying not to line up with Virginia. I put square pizza. I just assumed that was going to be the.
And I put square pizza. Oh, man.
Somebody was going to go turkey tetrazzini.
Turkey tetrazzini!
I bring it up at least 3 times a week.
I know you do. And we always laugh at you and say, no, it's nobody's favorite.
Man.
Wow.
I'm a jive turkey tetrazzini.
We've got a 3-way tie for first place right now.
Oh, my
and
gosh.
This could wrap it up with a breakfast cereal mascot. Who are we going to go with?
Gosh.
Oh my
breakfast
gosh.
cereal mascot.
All right. Don't blow it.
Okay, Jaybird, you start off. What is it?
Only talking about Count Chocula.
Damn it.
Denny's.
I was trying to match with Bird. I put Diggum.
I almost put Diggum.
You just talked about Diggum.
You bought me Count Chocula.
I went Tony the Tiger. Virginia.
Tony the Tiger.
Okay.
No.
Oh, it's between Virginia
You can't
and
let her
myself.
in.
You can't let her in.
Okay.
Come on, Kevin.
All right. We are going to go with next.
It's so intense.
So intense.
Why do we care this much?
Because we need it. We need this.
We don't got much.
I need this.
We need little wins.
Superhero sidekick. Superhero sidekick. Okay. Denny's, you start us off. Which one are you going with?
I'm just trying to get a point. I'm doing Robin.
Okay. You went Robin. I went Princess Pepperoni.
No, that's...
Virginia.
I'm so stupid. I didn't pick myself.
Oh, no.
I totally forgot that I was in that
Okay.
group.
I thought Virginia might forget. It all comes down to this. I get the win. Bird, who did you put?
I'm just as stupid because I think I put it down a villain, the Penguin.
That's not a sidekick.
I know. Okay. I thought that was the Joker's sidekick for some reason.
I think he's his own enterprise.
I know, Dennis.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, after that very disappointing round, I think it's safe to say that we're not going to match. So we're going to get a tie
Where'd you put
at the
Virginia?
top between.
I put Robin.
Oh.
And who did? And Denny's,
I
Denny's
did.
put Robin.
oh my gosh!
I don't know how she
Denny's,
always
I think
wins.
gets the win.
Well, so I think Virginia and I were tied, right?
You
No, I think I get the win.
No, Virginia does get the win. You're
Kevin
right.
and I
She
were
was one ahead.
We are so bad at math.
That changed the whole thing. You know what? I wrote down the point on the last round
Gosh,
for the
Virginia
wrong
always
person.
wins this game.
And
And Virginia gets the win on that.
much like the Penguin, evil wins again.
Wow.
Full circle.
What's the Penguin's
about
catchphrase?
Isn't it?
That, I didn't win. Virginia put it down. I forgot the answer. I had the wrong coin. Jaber put down actually a villain.
There's a lot in that last one.
Oh gosh.
Gosh, what a terrible last round that was.
I'm so mad about Penguin.
Wow, so bad.
We'll get him next time.
Do we have a makeup or a breakup here? Got an email where his husband is a little upset because his wife wants to separate the finances. The big question is why, and does she have a good point to do it? In his email, he said, my wife and I recently celebrated our 5th anniversary. When we got married, I was the breadwinner, and she was an educator. 2 years ago, she left her teaching job and started doing OnlyFans.
Oh, wow.
I turned.
Up until this time, we had a joint checking account. What I made, I would share with her evenly. Now that she is the breadwinner and is making easily 3 times what I am, and after the money started rolling in, I noticed that it wasn't making it to our joint checking account. She justified that if it was her money, that she should be the one that has the control over it. Now, she is helping with the household expenditures by paying half, but that is all of her money that I ever see. I asked her if she realized how that looked and felt to me, and she doesn't seem to care. I said if that was her attitude, then she should at least pay the proper percentage of our expenditures to reflect her available income. Even that has been a fight. My resentment has been growing over the last few years, and it now has hit a head. My wife wants to go on this expensive 10-day vacation to the south of France in August, and I can't even get that many days off from work, and I'm going to have to come back early all by myself. But the part that really bothers me is that she wants me to pay half of the cost. This trip is more than I would like to spend on a vacation, and it's going to be hurting me more than it's going to be hurting my wife financially. She can actually do some work on her vacation, and she could just write this whole thing off. I think marriages should feel equal, even if one person makes more money than the other, and I don't feel that equity right now. Is it time to demand a change or a divorce?
This is simple math. All you do is you put what she makes per month in a pot, and you put what you make per month in a pot, and you figure out what percentage she brings in and what percentage you bring in. And that's how you split the bills. If she's making 65% of the money, then she pays 65% of the bills, household and vacation.
Yep.
It's very easy.
Right. And that's what he's seeing, and that's what he wants.
And if she won't agree to this, you know what? She's a stinky hoe, and you got to leave her.
This is such a breakup for the bird. I don't need to even hear anymore. This would be divorce time for me.
It's percentage.
I couldn't be with First of all, when she wasn't making that much money, she was playing by a different set of rules. But as soon as things changed for her, she changed the rules completely.
That's what I hate the most.
That's what. Well, yeah, that's not marriage.
It used to be whatever he made, she got half of it to go play and have fun with. And now that she is the breadwinner, it's like, no. I got a separate account. This is my money. You still get to play with yours because you get enough. You'll be fine because I'm not going to be taking your money anymore. But he's like, well, okay, but when we do a vacation like this, wouldn't you make up the extra and make it easy for me? I mean, it shouldn't be a 50-50 split on that.
Yeah, they need to have a really serious talk and deal in numbers only and percentages of income only. It's cut and dry. It's black and white. Mm-hmm. You pay your percentage of what you bring in.
They need to have a serious talk with a divorce attorney.
Jamie said they both suck. Why do they both suck?
Who said that?
She said they both suck. Let them stay together so they don't go back into the wild.
Jamie in the chat room hates love, though, so she might have...
I just like to see, I'm like, where does he suck in this? Because I think his complaints are valid.
His complaints are very valid.
I don't think he's done anything at all wrong.
If anybody sucks, I think it's kind of her.
I agree. I think she sucks.
Yes.
Yeah.
It pains me to say that, but the woman is wrong in this scenario.
And it's not even about money. It's about respect.
Yeah, of course.
And that's really what it comes down to. And there's a massive lack of respect, even aside from the finances. And that's what shows you that. So, yeah, I agree. Go on. Okay, what about this one? This person can't stand their boyfriend's constant slurping. Says, I'm dating a guy who is honestly a total catch. Attractive, funny, sweet. But there's one thing that's absolutely wrecking my attraction to him. He eats like a man raised by wolves. He slurps everything. He chews with his mouth wide open. And he makes noises that could clear a room. I brought it up at least 3 times, gently. And he either laughs it off or says, that's just how men eat. He had dinner with my family last week, and now they're all secretly calling him slurps. My mom even asked me, all dead serious, she said, so are you okay with that long term? Now, look, I don't want to break up over this, but I can feel myself getting turned off more every time we eat together, and I'm honestly considering secretly recording him so he can see how bad it is, but that feels a little shady. Do I risk embarrassing him to fix it or accept this is just who he is?
Nah, you got to sit down. You got to be honest. And you have to kind of maybe be a little bit more honest and go, this is the 4th time we're having a talk now. My parents are calling you slurps behind your back, dog. Something's got to change.
And make it about, I want to be turned on by you. And you doing this makes me way less turned on. In fact, it makes me turned off. Mm-hmm. Do you want to turn off your girlfriend so that she's not interested in hooking up with you?
Some people don't care, though. And you're right. You may be with somebody who does not want to make an adjustment. And if you're with somebody on any level that's not going to make an adjustment, especially slurps, I don't know if you want to be with slurps.
Well, the one thing that I noticed, too, is sometimes I think you're never going to be with somebody that's perfect. They're going to have odd little things. But I found that when you truly do love somebody, you kind of accept that. And you're like, that's part of them. And it almost becomes an attribute rather than a detriment. And when you start getting annoyed by somebody, when I've been in relationships like that, I knew it was the beginning of the end. Because you realize it's just not all the way there.
Do you think, okay, if let's say this scenario was going on and the slurping started to annoy you in the beginning, should you go ahead and address it and say, look, this is annoying me. Mm-hmm. And if it keeps going on, I feel like I might leave our relationship. I mean, it's honest.
I think she's done what she needs to do. I don't, and he doesn't care to make any kind of adjustments. He's like, this is just who I am. And then when you start realizing that, to be like, I don't love who he is. maybe you need to keep looking because this is probably not the guy for you. That's why I think it's a breakup.
I mean, we are cool with Slurpees, but Slurps, come on.
Yeah.
Oh, you should have heard me yesterday getting down on them crawfish. You would have hated it.
But that's different. You probably were doing that alone.
I was alone.
See, that's a different situation.
I have to be alone when I do that much damage.
I would never eat a bowl of cereal in front of Honeyface because I turn into just this creature.
Slurps.
I turn into Slurps, and I know that. I know that's going to probably turn off anybody, so I'm going to slurp it on my own.
You should want to remain sexy to your partner, and if slurping turns them off, you got to make an adjustment. And if you don't, I think it means you don't care.
Well, you're right. There are some things that you might not be able to make an adjustment, and you still love that person. This is something Slurps can make an adjustment on.
Yeah.
He can eat food without slurping constantly.
He doesn't care to.
No.
Yeah, that's why I think it's a breakup. Sorry to hate on love today, but that's just kind of the way it goes.
Sometimes you got to hate on love.
Need to know if you need to stay in your relationship or not? Send us an email, mail@kvjshow.com.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Yeah, it was kind of an insane video. Palm Beach influencer Katie went all viral after she got a distracted driving citation in Palm Beach County for using her right hand to hold her phone. And that was the moment that she showed the officer that had pulled her over that she doesn't have a right hand. I think at first she's like, okay, that's kind of comical. I was holding with my right hand. There's nothing there.
This is why you're being pulled over. The city of Lake Worth today, we're doing an operation for distracted driver, and you drove past me holding the phone with your right hand, manipulating that phone. I mean, I saw you with the phone in your hand.
Not. So you want to just call this a day? Or?
I don't want to call it a day. You had a hand up manipulating
You just
the
said
phone.
my right hand.
Well, I thought I saw you with your right hand. You
so
had a
you
hand
didn't.
up. The right hand. I saw you manipulate.
So you didn't.
With the right hand, perhaps not, right? But
You
I saw
said you didn't see me with my right hand.
So are you
saying that you saw me with my right hand?
I know what I just said. I know what I just said. I'm asking you now. Did you or not have your phone on your hand?
I did not.
You did not have your phone in your hand?
I did not.
Hand to God, you didn't have your phone in your hand.
Hand to God.
The other hand to God, you don't have your phone in your hand.
Hand to God.
Cool. You have your driver's license, registration,
Yes,
and insurance
I do.
with you?
Yeah, it was really kind of a ridiculous exchange. I think maybe he just was like, I'm going to stay with it because I don't want to say that I was completely wrong.
I think he might have just meant to say left hand, and if he would have said left hand, it probably would have all been different.
I think that whole exchange, it just, after going viral and everybody's like, this is asinine, because it really was kind of asinine. And
well, how could she have the phone in her left hand either if she only has one hand?
right, to be able to drive the car. So it was very... That's why it went viral, because people were like, this is absolutely ridiculous. And yesterday it was going to court, but the deputy wound up dismissing the ticket before it got to that point. It's going to be a $116 ticket for using a handheld wireless device while driving was going to be the charge. And I don't know if he came to his own senses or somebody's like, hey, man, this is just a bad look. Let's let this one go.
It got dismissed.
It ain't worth it.
It doesn't matter who did it or why they did it. Maybe this isn't good press for everybody. For her, for us.
I do wonder, too, if police have to have these separate meetings just about body cam training and
I'm sure, yes, absolutely.
Nowadays, with everything going digital and viral, where that's a new thing that they have to go through training on.
He obviously, I can't imagine he did not have a conversation with the supervisor about this video and about what had gone down. Now, also to let you know, if you're wondering, hey, can you get pulled over for that if you have a right hand? Simply holding a phone while driving is not illegal unless you, the driver, are actively typing or entering information for non-voice communication. Now, that's what the rule is.
What about
so you can hold it to watch a map?
Yeah, you could have it and hold it, but you can't be entering any information in.
Gotcha.
You ever done a law about hot bowls of soup?
No, do not have that.
Yeah, all right.
Have that one.
Don't do it, trust me.
Side note, did you hear the beginning of that video? The very, very beginning. When the officer gets out of his patrol car, He's listening to KVJ.
Is he?
Yes.
We have so many infamous viral videos where KVJ is a part of it. We have that viral video with the accident. We unfortunately have the guy that got shot in Belglade that was on his bicycle, and the cop was listening to KVJ before that went down.
We had another one where a couple was doing it to our show.
Wow. Okay.
And I don't know. I thought that was kind of a compliment.
Yeah.
This is why I say we can't be so hard on this police officer. He was just out there trying to do his job. He's listening to KVJ. He obviously lives right.
Came to his senses.
Yes. Let's not be hard on him.
Yes. Oh,
Let's not be hard on her.
I missed the beginning. Oh,
it's
man.
totally us
So
on in the patrol car. So we like that guy.
Yeah. Palm Beach Pete is trying to do everything he can to try to remain relevant. If you don't know who he is, he's the Jeffrey Epstein doppelganger, which some people think he looks just like a twin. I don't agree, but he's getting quite a run out of this.
I'm with you, Kev. I mean, maybe it's a little similarity, but people are saying identical, and I'm not.
He looks like he had bad plastic surgery to look like, if that was even a thing.
Yeah.
He looks like he would have had bad plastic surgery to look like Jeffrey Epstein or look less like Jeffrey Epstein. But the teeth, somebody could have faked this. But they zoomed in on his teeth before he got his teeth fixed, and they were super crooked in the same way.
But a lot of old guys that age, your teeth kind of, your bottom teeth kind of do that anyway.
Yeah, you realize there's more.
Unfortunately, mine are kind of doing that.
You know that more than one person has crooked teeth, right?
But the pattern was so similar. We all got a
Not
little
enough
crook.
other stuff's lining up. Yeah, he was on that Boca streamer Aiden Ross's live stream. I think it was over the weekend. It was a fight that was going on, and he was like, "Yeah, your lips like the same size," and it's like, yeah, I mean, there's a few symmetrical things, but it's not enough where I'm like, okay, this is the dude. But his latest trick to try to stay relevant, because, you know, Palm Beach Pete's got a little taste of the fame and he loves it. And he's taking photos. He's around a lot of hot chicks. And so now he is loving the attention that's going with it. So he's going to extend that by announcing his run to be the mayor of Palm Beach. That election, I guess, will be in 2028. He said, after much thought, I am announcing that I'll be running to become mayor of Palm Beach in the upcoming 2028 election. My campaign will be built around the issues that truly matter to the people of Palm Beach. I'm excited to use my platform to do what's right for the community I've come to love so dearly.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Boy, it's really heated up quick for Palm Beach Pete.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
I just don't like it.
Yeah, so he's going to have, I assume, at least try to get, he's like, how can I get 2 more years of relevancy? I'll run for mayor of Palm Beach in 2028.
Will anybody vote for him?
Yeah.
There might be a few. He has 0 chance of winning, but yeah, there'll be a few votes. Maybe, but there's not a lot of, Palm Beach don't have a lot of the extra goofy people. They're going, hey, let's just throw it all away and vote for Palm Beach Pete. Like, that's not how they don't really operate that way on that island.
Maybe who's our chat room voting? Possibly.
Chat room, yes.
There will be a couple rogue kids of rich people that will be like, yeah, man, Palm Beach Pete, let's do it, dude. Yeah, but that's about it. Boy, they got another one. I got to tell you, man, this 561, what is it, the predator catchers?
Oh, yeah.
Boy, they got an FAU student government member, Christian C.J. Walden. He was arrested after police say he traveled to a Delray Beach Home Depot to find someone that he believed was going to be a minor for sexual relations. And here is the 561 predator catchers rolling up on him at that Home Depot in Delray Beach.
Christian Walden? Hey, listen, man. We work with an organization that monitors online activity between minors and adults. And what are we doing?
He's just gonna meet someone.
Who are you gonna meet?
Sky. I met online.
How old is he?
I think 14.
You said he's 14? Is that how old he said?
14, I think, and then 13. Yeah.
Well, he said he was turning 14, right? So that means he's 13.
Yeah.
Right? What did you say that was wrong?
We were gonna hook up, make out.
And what was the first one? I read it. Make out and...
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Much like,
Yeah, keep on talking.
Yeah, you know when you see those videos of a DUI body cam, how much have you been drinking, sir? 2 beers. It's always 2 beers. With them, it's always the same exact answer. I was only going to be here for a couple minutes, and I'm here just to talk to them and tell them the dangers of all this.
I was going to mentor him not to answer people like me on the internet.
And much like the beers, they go, so how old were they? They said like they were 16. You want to try that again? They said 15. You want to try that again? Said they were 13. Like they always lie about the age, thinking that they don't have it all digitally right there.
Yeah, they're getting a lot of people. They have got about 40 arrests in Palm Beach County at least since 2022. 20 of 22 arrests in 2024 were mostly handled by Delray Beach Police, so they work a lot in that area.
There is a ton of these groups that are out there across the country that go out and get the predators. And depending on, I think, the city you're working with, either the police like working with them or they don't, depending on who and what's going on in that area. Because I've seen police go during some of these videos, you guys should have called us. You guys have no right to try to bring this person down.
Well, you're not the police.
Yes, but then
so you got to be really careful, because if it goes sideways,
right, which it has,
and it gets physical,
well, there's one guy that got shot.
See, you do not want to be getting involved in that mess as a citizen.
Yeah,
so I think it depends on where you're doing it at, because some police seem like they're happy that they're getting involved, and others are like, dude, stop getting involved. We got this covered.
Well, I mean, some defense attorneys and law enforcement, they're warning that the confrontations could endanger decoys, create due process problems, or even jeopardize prosecutions. Some evidence like the chat logs or recordings could be challenged as edited or in violation of Florida's two-party consent recording law, which you notice right there he was violating because we had the audio that you could hear in that conversation. Some attorneys are arguing the group could even be treated as a state actor if it works closely with police.
And the other problem, too, is they're not real police officers or law enforcement. So let's say you do have this creepo. If you get it wrong at all and they find a loophole, now you let this guy walk. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, police say they do not coordinate with the 561 predator catchers, and they encourage civilians to report suspected predators instead of confronting them, as they do at Home Depots all over Delray Beach.
But how you going to get likes and shares off of a report?
Well, there you go. I thought they had teamed up with that Vitali dude at one point.
They did, yeah. He was involved with one of the busts that they had.
Not, in my opinion, not one of the better guys to team up with.
Yeah, that dude's a dirtbag.
Yeah, well, as it is, they're getting some success. So we'll just see if it holds when it gets to a court of law. I did see that guy's parents on the news. They were very upset, said their kid was completely innocent, so they're going that route. So we'll see what happens when it gets to court. So if it does.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
I saw this little marker for health. I've changed up my routine a little bit. They say men who could do 40-plus push-ups had a 96% lower risk of heart-related problems compared to men who could do fewer than 10.
It's something me and Denny's been talking about a lot.
Yeah.
About just forcing ourselves to do push-ups anywhere we can do them.
Yeah.
I know at one point you had some kind of like a weird program where you could do like 10 here, 5 there throughout the day, as long as you got a certain amount. Kind of take the pressure off.
I'm trying to get a little bit more into that. I got out of my groove. I had an afternoon at-home workout routine that I was kind of going through, and it was basic, but honestly, I was lean and mean. I felt pretty good, and I kind of got out of that groove, but I'm trying to get back into it. And so what I do is if I get up for a second or whatever, I try to work a little activity into it. I don't do anything ridiculous like do lunges down the hall to the bathroom like Virginia, but
she does it. It looks insane.
I know. Yeah.
People look at me and they're like, what is the matter with her? But you know what? I don't care. And a lot.
Yeah, I'll wait to look that foolish at home. But yeah, if I'm up, I'll drop, I'll do it. But that changed my mark. I used to try to do 35. I'm like, all right, you got to push to 40 now. So I'm like, all right, so you got to do 40 at one time. And then I have a little pull-up bar. So anytime I walk to go pee, all right, if you're going to do that, I got to do 10 pull-ups, real quick. So it's things like that, just a little bit. That's the one thing they find out about working out is that it just doing a little bit is better than doing nothing at all. And I think so often people are like, well, if I can't do it right, I'm just not going to do it at all.
I don't have time to take 45 minutes to go to the gym. Well, you can just do regular stuff in your house.
And look, you guys even, though it's risky with the slip factor, doing lunges in the shower, whatever it might be, anything that you can kind of do a multitask type thing for that. And they've even said that sometimes it's good for your brain to be kind of doing two things at the same time.
I do squats in the elevator, and even if I'm riding with somebody and I don't know them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But what you do is you do squats and you don't break eye contact with the stranger the whole time you're doing them.
I mean, hopefully I mean, I've seen her do it a lot, and I get why some of our coworkers think we're weird. With all the stations
I'm
want
okay
to
with that. You know, when people think you're weird, they don't talk to you as much. They're like, ooh, steer clear. She's weird.
I'm pretty cool with people thinking I'm weird, too. I'm good.
Now, the thing I will tell you with that, Mark, it's not like 40 is just this magical number, but what they have found when men could do 40-plus push-ups at one time, they realized that they had better strength, endurance, body weight, and overall cardiovascular fitness. So that was just one signature of it. So it's not like if you can do 40, you're all good. Those are the factors that really wind up lowering your risk of heart-related problems. So you got to keep in mind your body weight, overall cardiovascular fitness, your strength and endurance, and your core. So
also, how many calzones did you eat that night?
That does affect that overall body weight.
Those tend to sit
Calzones
in ya.
It's a heavy food.
And on you.
Not a heart-recommended food. What you got on your mind today, Bird?
Well, we got the Weird and Whatever podcast tonight, 6 p.m. at the KVJ YouTube page. Only thing I'm concerned about is that everyone lives so far from each other, and I know it's supposed to rain all day, and I know traffic's going to be bad, so that would be the only reason why the Weird Whatever podcast would not be going off tonight. But that's the plan. 6 p.m. We're going to get weird with it, talk about all the stuff, paranormal, aliens, spiritualism.
Did you hear about the woman that had dinner with that McCaskill, the Air Force general with all the secrets that walked away mysteriously from his house?
What'd she say?
Oh, she's got some stuff.
Oh.
She's got some stuff. Yeah.
She thinks she knows why he disappeared?
No, I'm not going to ruin anything here, Virginia.
Yeah, well, I mean, please don't let me wait for Weird and Whatever. You got me now. I'm ready.
He needs it. Oh, and we can recycle this content for Weird and Whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
I'll just play Kevin's part over for the audience.
It sounds credible.
Yeah. Maybe I'll hit you with that on the ATS.
Okay. All right.
But
you are impressed with what you're hearing with this story, or is it one of those ones? It's a pretty cool story, Bird, but it's
been overinflated, but there's something in it.
All right. Yeah. Let's roll him out, everybody. Conspiracy Kev.
Yeah, that's why I love the Weird and Whatever. This is such great stuff, Virginia. I'm all in. I'm all into these conversations that happen on the KVJ Show YouTube channel.
Yeah, we got to get you in there.
I get plugged in. Yeah, you guys fired up at my bedtime, but yeah.
I know. Honestly,
you fired up right when his tincture kicks in.
It's even late for me. I'm like,
slightly high and tired Kevin, though, would love to come on and talk about aliens.
The other night,
and then the next day, he'd be like, what did I say?
Yeah. That'd be a wild ride.
By the way, that's every Weird Whatever podcast.
What did I say?
Every Friday morning, I wake up and go, I went an hour 20 last night?
What did I say?
What you got on your mind today, Virginia?
So kind of feeding into all this, I know you love to look up in the sky, Jay Bird.
I do. And if it's controlled environment, people ask, I thought you had vertigo, but there's ways to do it without falling over like a weeble wobble.
You're trying to figure out what's up there.
Exactly.
And I get that because I think a lot about that too. We know there's satellites up there that are probably watching whoever they choose.
Invisible ones.
And now we know there's also drones up there watching whoever they choose. Yesterday, I saw a horrifying video. They now have drones that look like birds. When you look up and you think you're seeing a bird, it's not a bird necessarily. It could be a drone disguised as a bird to throw you off from the drone.
I ain't trying to be a jerk, but this has been around for a minute.
I just learned about it. I'm slow. We know this.
Some of the things
I'm just recently finding out about it like 12 hours ago.
There's stuff out there that, I mean, who knows what's real or not?
Bird drone?
Yeah, they're saying that there's drones that are above your head that you don't even know are right there.
I would be so tricked by the bird drone. I'd probably talk to it and try to feed it.
Well, that's what they were doing out in the Everglades. They were making all fake insects to fly around to catch this predator to get another. It's getting weird out there, dog.
It is getting weird out there. Just beware. Well, it may not be a bird. It may be a drone spying on you. Holy crap.
Okay, I mean, Kevin honestly can come in with the story tomorrow and say, you know what? I know it sounds weird, but there's a report that there are 3 real dragons flying around on the loose, and I think people would go, we have dragons now?
I'm in Game of Thrones?
Yes. Nothing sounds weird anymore.
I'm not really good at sword fighting. I guess I got to brush up.
Well, this might get your attention. I saw that if you reduce your calories daily by just 10 to 15%, you can significantly improve your health and slow down your aging. That's more evidence that we don't need the kind of calories that we thought we did.
We are eating too much food.
Mm-hmm.
The portions are too big.
Yep.
We don't need to sit down with 3 full meals a day, especially as we age.
We were making fun of the 1980s earlier. I blame the 80s.
Yeah.
That's when food got
They did.
so
They started
big.
supersized. Well, you think McDonald's, it was the supersize of the fries. We couldn't believe we thought it was fantastic. And then you kind of got proud that you housed it. And then it created a new standard for how much food we needed.
I'll get my money's worth.
Yeah. And I even saw that somebody had really kind of said that the construct of 3 meals a day was kind of generated by a lot of the food companies that just tried to convince you needed 3 squares. And that wasn't something that we used to do before the industrialization that happened worldwide.
Well, if you look back at pictures from like the 40s and the 30s, not a lot of fat people.
Not a lot of happy people either.
If you look at the pictures of people from now, a lot of fat people. What's different? Oh, the food pyramid, which is a bunch of BS, and the fact that these food processing people control a lot of money in the country and push to the agenda that we need 3 big meals a day.
Yeah, I swear I didn't dream this. I remember going to like 3 years of health class and them really promoting white bread.
Yes.
Saying how great it was for you.
Yeah.
Eat that bleached white bread.
It gives you energy, man.
Yeah, they believe the calorie restriction will help the body generate energy more efficiently while also producing fewer cell-damaging molecules. So you could eradicate and push off some of those diseases you don't want to get. Now, they say for someone eating 2,000 calories daily, skipping a chocolate chip cookie or a large latte could achieve the 10% reduction. That's all you'd have to do to hit your mark of 10 to 15% calorie restriction daily.
Skip a chocolate chip cookie.
I know, right?
Where'd you find this guy?
Madness.
It's the American way. Eat 4 more.
Yeah, and they say participants who did this lost 10% of their body weight, too, so they got to a healthier body weight. So it does seem to be a good thing, especially the older you get. You don't need as many calories as you were growing up thinking you did.
First thing I noticed with my body changing, losing weight, as soon as I cut out any kind of flavored sugary drinks, it's like the weight flies off my body.
It's usually that one thing, and we probably typically know what it is. I know. I'm in a fat phase right now. Thank you, craft beer.
You know your bad girl drink.
I do.
I know.
You know.
And the thing that sucks is I know when I'm pouring it, I know it's bad, and it makes me feel good.
Yeah, I know.
She likes to be naughty.
I like being bad.
It's fun, isn't it?
It
is fun.
Not when I'm having a heart attack.
Right up until that heart attack, it's a great ride.
Yeah. Well, if you do still roll out with the fast food, or maybe you work with somebody and you're just always going to fast food, and you're like, gosh, I would, but I was going to wind up eating at a fast food place. You can make some healthier choices. So I'm going to tell you the one item, if you go to any of these fast food places that they say is the absolute healthiest thing, and I won't go into the details for each one, but has to do with calories or fat or,
portion,
junk in it or whatever it might be. If you go to McDonald's, they say get the McDouble is the way to go. I guess it's with the fat content of the meat and everything else that goes into it. There are a couple different factors that made that the healthiest thing to get at McDonald's, the McDouble.
But that's all you're getting, though. You're not getting an extra pie. You're not getting that
That's
shake.
healthier than a basic cheeseburger?
I think it's close to it, but for some reason they thought, and typically I've seen the basic cheeseburger is the way to go. So why the McDouble? I think it had to do with maybe it's prepared a bit differently. So that's kind of the razzle dazzle on
I would even think the hamburger would be more healthier.
I mean, if you bring a hamburger with no cheese on it, I might kick you.
Oh, that will end a friendship.
I don't believe in hamburgers with no cheese.
They said if you go to Burger King, go with the crispy chicken salad. Maybe the four-piece nuggets might do it. At Wendy's, it's their chili. That's the healthiest option they have on the menu.
Have fun with that afternoon.
You don't even make fart noises well.
I was going to say, I didn't know what that was that he was doing.
I know what you were trying to do.
I'm like, I don't know what that was.
Your butt and your mouth. Just don't fart a lot.
I do not make good fart sounds.
You want me to do it for you?
Yeah. Now that's talent. But it also turned off like half our audience.
She's a very wet mouth farter.
Yeah. Sorry.
Taco Bell, it's the Cantina Chicken Bowl. The healthiest item they got on their menu there.
Okay.
Chick-fil-A's got a lot of good items. I used to get a lot of this stuff, and my son was eating Chick-fil-A about every day. Grilled nuggets, kale crunch side, and the fruit cup. So they do give you those options.
I don't know what it is, though. Something about Taco Bell at just a certain time at night. It's like my bones crave it. What are they? You know what I mean?
They know you need that little like cheesy, melty, warm,
chemically
comfort.
It's like a legit like addiction. All of a sudden, I have to get Taco Bell right now.
For KFC, they say get the grilled chicken thigh and the mashed potatoes. Hold the gravy. That's your healthiest option there.
The thigh is healthier than the breast?
They say grilled chicken thigh and the mashed potatoes. That's the meal to get.
Interesting.
Also, Popeyes, they say the 3-piece blackened chicken tenders and coleslaw is your healthiest item there.
Okay.
You've got the Baja Chicken Protein Pocket for Subway. Jimmy John's is the Slim 2 on wheat bread. And it sounds like you can do a little bit healthier stuff maybe at some of those sub places.
Jimmy John's got that lettuce wrap sandwich. I used to get that. I like that.
Yeah, they do have some good options. I think they've recognized that people still want fast food that's healthy, fresh, and you can get something that's not loaded with a bunch of fat.
I don't want to have to take a 4-hour bread nap. I would like it just to keep me going.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get to sleep. Give me the bread anyway.
I know you like the bread nap.
Okay, they say eat this, not that. So that's what they say at least. So you can check into it yourselves. Is there a crazy reason you ever had to miss work? Just couldn't make it. Some insanity happens that day. Dog stole your pants, something like that.
Got pink eye.
Yeah. Something that nobody believed that you work with.
That's
like that.
That's so pink.
That's the funniest bit you've ever done.
Yeah.
The pink I suck.
So pink.
Yeah.
I wrote mine down, and they're all very real.
What are your craziest?
I had to miss work one time because before I was going to work, I was jogging and I got hit by a car. It backed into me. And then I had to tell and it sounded like I was lying. I'm like, I was running before work. Like, you were running at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, yeah, I was, but I wasn't known to run at 6 o'clock in the morning. And one of my neighbors didn't see me and was backing out and clipped me. And I said, I can't come into work today. And it so sounded like I was lying. I crashed a golf cart and blamed it on an earless cat, and they sent me away to go get drug tested. I think I had to take a day off as well.
Okay.
My station wagon caught on fire in the school parking lot when I was a teacher's assistant. The principal just didn't like the vibe of a station wagon.
Why? She didn't like parking lot fires?
Also, too, they tried to have me go do a Xerox copy, and I think I broke the copy machine. This was all in one day. She's like, we've had enough of you, Mr. Pennington.
You're done.
Yeah. And I can't read anymore because I don't have my readers.
You know my readers?
That'd be great.
Here.
I can't see.
Oh, God. Please don't break them.
You saw him reaching out with that bare hand.
It was like I handed him to a live bear.
Yeah.
Because...
Sorry, I know they're so expensive. I used to work at the Limited, and I got into a little bit of a tiff with the manager who said I did not sweep the floor, and I swept it 3 different times, and she hated me because of a whole light bulb incident, and she sent me home.
Damn.
I got 4.
Okay. What we're looking for here is the craziest reason you had to miss work. Now, one person said, I started a new job, and my great-grandma died. Then just a couple days later, my grandpa died. Then a couple weeks later, my grandma died.
Oh, my.
So I had a grandpa, I had another grandma. I didn't even show up because I knew I wouldn't even believe me.
I mean, what are y'all feeding these grandparents, taking them out so quick and in succession?
That's what it makes it look like, too. You're like either you're either lying or you're a murderer?
Yeah.
What's going on over there?
Everybody dropped dead within the course of 3 weeks when you start a new job. Now, Jen's on here from Lake Worth Beach. What is the craziest reason you ever had to call in sick or miss work?
My Great Dane had explosive diarrhea all over my entire kitchen. Managed to get my daughter's homework. It was a nightmare.
A Great Dane? That's like a horse, basically.
Yes.
Now, were you honest?
It was
Did you use that with your boss when you called in?
Yeah, I did. I called him and said, you're never going to believe this, but my Great Dane had explosive explosive diarrhea all over. I was like, you don't understand. It's like halfway up the refrigerator door, like halfway up the curtains. Yeah, it was really, really bad.
And your boss bought it and was cool with it.
He did. He was like, that's disgusting. Take care of it. I can't believe it. And he let me stay home and take care of it that day.
Wow. Okay, that's kind of a cool boss then. Good for
That was
you.
very nice of him.
Cool.
Yeah, that is
But
nice.
if you have to explain any kind of diarrhea, anything to a boss or a coach or anything,
It's rough.
It's rough.
It feels like a desperate attempt to try to get out of work.
Right. It doesn't feel true.
I was legit sick playing basketball at the time, and I don't know what happened. There was a miscommunication with my mom and my dad, and my mom talked to my basketball coach, and for some reason she told my coach I couldn't make the game because I had diarrhea and I had all of these stomach issues when I really just had a sore throat. And I go, Mom, why did you go with diarrhea? She's like, I don't know. I wasn't thinking. It happened so quick.
It sounded more impressive.
But I had a crush on the coach's daughter, so he went back and said, "Oh, Jason didn't make the game because he had diarrhea."
You're not going to date him. What can Brown do for you? Nothing.
I was so mad.
Jason Brown. I remember one time I had to miss a work trip, and I don't think I ever told you the real reason, Kevin. Remember we were supposed to go to Denver for a boot camp.
Yeah.
And I backed out at like literally the last minute. I didn't go.
Yeah.
It's because I had poisoned myself. I just forgot to tell you the truth. I had bought one of those cold air humidifiers.
Yes.
Because I read in a story that Mariah Carey loved it and she slept with one every night. And I was like, ooh, if Mariah Carey does it, I want to do it.
Yeah.
So I bought a cold air humidifier that was supposed to like make your vocals sound so good. But I'm stupid. I didn't know that you're supposed to, periodically clean it out and change the water. So I just kept the same water in there for like months and months.
Oh.
I poisoned myself with a respiratory infection from breathing in the mold spores that were growing in this humidifier. And I'm just right by my bedside. I'm drinking it in every night, thinking it's great for my vocal cords. I actually poisoned myself. When I opened the thing up and I finally thought to look in there, covered in black mold.
Oh, geez.
I poisoned myself like a dummy. I didn't know you're supposed to change the water. I was stupid.
And you didn't want to tell us that?
I never told you. I had a respiratory infection, and that's why I didn't go to Denver, and I told you that, but I didn't tell you
why?
It was my own stupid fault.
Yeah.
Your Honor, I just want the court to take note of that. We've already got right here an admission of lying about something.
Yeah, about why she didn't show
I just
up,
want to bring up something called pink lies, just to let you know that puts that
Where she supposedly had pink eye for quite a while in this, 3-4 days?
I had pink eye.
I do not for a minute.
And remember we did that event? She wore the bunny suit and she had the head on?
Yeah, Kevin, I made a 6-minute documentary on this.
It's so weird because no one else was in costume. Like Virginia's going around with a bunny bag. Why is it a bunny? Because it didn't tie into anything we were doing.
We had co-workers and managers coming up to me and you separately at the event going,
She all right?
Hey, she doing okay?
Yeah,
I didn't want y'all to catch my pink eye.
I don't believe you
Wow.
had pink eye, Kevin.
Yeah.
I'm not buying it.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I like to see where she was that week leading up to it.
When I take my last words on this planet, it'll be, Kevin, she did not have pink eye.
I need the answers.
I do. I need them.
You'll get them one day.
See,
Not today.
there's answers, though.
Not today.
Yeah, I mean, that trip to Denver was like 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah,
so,
it takes me that long to confess.
Wow.
Okay, so maybe the last day of the show, we'll get the truth about pink lies.
Oh, that's what we'll do. The last day, I'll tell you
Last
what
day of
pink
KVJ.
lies was.
Everyone has to go around and tell their lies.
Yep. Somebody else said, my dog swallowed my key fob, which sounded like the equivalent of my dog ate my homework. And the boss was like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
No, that can happen, though. That can absolutely.
I wonder if you bring your dog to work and like hold his belly up to the key fob pad, if it would work.
If it like you
you hold him up and
Yeah, you can put his little belly.
Then he has to go to work with you because you'd have to have the key fob in the car to be able to go.
I think you win.
That would be interesting. I wonder how a boss would take that big. I had to bring my dog to work today.
Here's
He swallowed
why.
my key fob.
I'm here.
Yeah. Somebody else said that I almost cut my whole finger off making my morning bagel. where I wasn't looking. I kind of looked up and bam. Yep.
That's scary.
That is. That sounds a little bit more legit. In fact, that's a pretty good one to use, because some of these, like the dog with diarrhea, you're like, The fact that I've had 3 different grandparents die in 3 weeks, that's a bad one.
Yeah, because at least with the finger cutting, if that really happened, you can prove that pretty quickly. You can't really prove the diarrhea with the dog. Back problems. There's been times where I've thrown out my back, and it's easy to say you just don't want to go to work. If you have back problems, you know if it locks up, you ain't moving for a day.
But if it's not true and you use the cut my finger off with the bagel, you got to come to work now with a finger all bandaged up for weeks.
You have a rouge. Yeah, you have a whole thing you got to do. And yeah, you're right.
And then eventually when the dressing comes off of your wound, miraculously it healed with no scar.
It'd be a tiring lie.
That's a tough lie. You
Yeah.
have to paint a scar on your finger every day before work.
I mean, you could totally AI a video of my finger bleeding. I can't believe it. But then you come to work on Monday and it's healed.
It's a miracle.
I can't believe it.
And this one had better be true, because somebody could easily check on this. They said they're going to work one day and they went outside and the SWAT team was out there because this dude was holding his whole family hostage and they wouldn't allow anybody to drive down the block.
Oh, wow. I mean, if you had a report due and you weren't ready, that's kind of like blessings in disguise.
It is, because
I mean, if it happened for real, it did. But otherwise, you could easily check to see if they had an incident that happened and what street it happened on.
Totally.
But if it happens, all you have to do is send your boss a video. Sorry, I can't.
What a gift that is. Can you imagine? I mean, I feel for the family, of course.
Of course.
I mean, of
You
course.
never want to see anybody held hostage.
Never, no.
Well, can you imagine the family's looking out the window and you're out there celebrating going, yes!
This is awesome.
Yes!
I don't have to do my report today.
Best thing ever. And they're like, hey, man, we're hostage. What the heck? What the heck? So how did Mark Zuckerberg pretty much piss off all of Western Washington? Well, apparently he decided to plunk down his 387-foot, $300 million super yacht in Seattle's Lake Union on the exact same day that his company Meta announced nearly 1,400 layoffs in that area. That's about 20% of its workforce.
Ooh.
Yeah, people were not real happy when they saw the mega yacht just chilling there. It's called the launch pad, and so crowds start coming out. They started booing and throwing things, and apparently there was all kinds of backlash online. People were like going, yeah, look at this jerk over here just flaunting his wealth as he's letting everybody go.
Giant boat for me, no job for you.
Yeah, it really seems like he doesn't know how to make a right step. People just seem to not like him. The opposite of Tom from MySpace.
Yeah, right.
Does he care? Did he do it on purpose? Or is he just tone deaf?
That's a great question.
He just may have so much stuff going on that he just can't. I know that those mega yachts, they don't sit well with the people, the regular peasants that see them sailing by as they're struggling and they're doing so well. Look, you've had the same thing with Jeff Bezos. You know, people have not really applauded his super yacht either. They just think it's one of those. It really is a symbol of what's happening today, where the super rich are just living a life of luxury and regular people are really struggling. Is like, I see like the average cost of groceries going up like 3%, maybe as high as 8%. People are just struggling to put food on the table. And these people just have, you know, a yacht that is 387 feet long that costs $300 million.
Yeah, 16 slices of cheese shouldn't cost you $10.
Yeah.
You were right about that. Cheese is high right now.
And they say in Florida, you're seeing it more and more as the wealth gap is increasing. They say the wealthier households in Florida are gaining wealth and spending more, and the lower income households are falling behind and relying more on debt. And then you just keep running it up. So, you know, when you're wealthy, you've got other things like investments and property and stuff like that is, you know, basically dividends and paying yourself. And if you're not, then you're just living paycheck to paycheck and you're falling behind.
All right, let's put our heads together. What do you want to invest in? Nabisco? Do you guys want to go with Kellogg's? I don't know. I'm just throwing out ideas.
I don't think we're good at that kind of stuff.
Yeah, right.
Crap.
That's why we're going paycheck to paycheck.
What's next? Do you want us to enter in a math competition?
Yeah.
Let's put some money down on Red Lobster.
And they say it looks like consumer spending is fine, but it's because the wealthier people are spending so much and the poorer people are not spending any, so they're making up the gap.
And that's the argument you hear and people get confused on. Yeah, people are spending money, but who's spending the money?
Mm-hmm. That's what's going on, exactly. So, yeah, people were not really happy with those ridiculous spans of wealth. And just if you're going to be axing 20% of your workforce, just don't have the mega yacht parked out right by their houses.
Got it.
Yeah.
And also, too, bring back Tom from MySpace. Can I get an amen?
Was he real?
I don't know. Is anything real?
Damn.
Taylor Swift just knows how to do it right. She just genuinely seems to care about people, and it just always comes off well. There was this 8-year-old Cleveland fan named Madeline. She had this signed guitar and a handwritten note now in her possession because of a viral TikTok video she did, where she sent a paper airplane to her neighbor, musician Ethan Hayes, requesting that he play the song Love Story. So he performed from his porch while Madeline sang along to the song. She was so adorable. That thing got almost 4 million views. And it got back to Taylor Swift. And she's like, you know what? She needs a signed guitar and a handwritten note.
Aww.
And that's what she gave her for doing that. Yeah, she gets all these little stories, man.
She does it right.
She does really do it right, doesn't she?
Get those likes and shares, kids.
Yeah.
Get noticed.
Yep, that's it. If you want Taylor to pay attention to
Because
you.
Taylor does pay attention.
Yeah, at 4 million views.
Yes, she does.
Okay, one of us is dressing like Taylor Swift today. Hey, Taylor, I'm going to sing a song. No.
I don't know if we'll get those numbers.
I don't think we do.
Yeah, I think we'll get a visit from 561 Predator Catchers if we do that. That's how we go
Or a
viral.
cease and desist.
Yeah, that's not going to work out so well. We got more KVJ. It's going to be on the after the show that you can watch live on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitch, or on demand on YouTube and Spotify. Berg, get us there with your thought for the day.
There is still laughter you haven't heard, places you haven't seen, and people you haven't met who will completely change your life for the better.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.